acts funky with being captured and being like mute focused and alt tabbed. It's interesting. But hello, hi everybody. It is Saturday. Game is a little loud. Let me tell it to chillax a little bit. But yeah, today's Saturday, which means it's our horror requests. A couple weeks ago, SOMA won, and we started that. We got pretty deep into the game, but now we're going to be trying to finish it this week. SOMA so far has been very, very interesting and one of the most interesting and well-written horror games that I have ever played. But I don't know. It's essentially just Amnesia gameplay, which I don't know. I don't know if that fits what's going on here, but you know, it's still an incredible game. So let's go ahead and keep going. See, that's right, we're trying to go towards fictional heaven, which isn't actually heaven because it's just gonna this game is just one big long explanation of NFTs and how people think they're valuable but they're not. Probably I promise that's the premise. It's kind of weird because in a sense that's not exactly actually a bad assessment of what's happening. Okay, what was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, that's right. I went through that entire section where I got like attacked, and like, everything was awful. Well, I got trucked by those dudes. That Acker, I think his name was, or Aker, because there was some groups with Aker that like fully embraced the WoW, and they created like these monsters. So, this is, hold on. Just noticed something wrong over here. My apologies. My apologies. There we go. No, not that. Jeez. Yeah, sorry, I need to fix this, because it's going to bother me if I don't fix it. No, not that, please. Yeah, professional streamer here, boys. We do it. Every day. Anyways. Alright. For you? For you? For you? What is that thing? Wait, look, it's like a little squid. Compliment for Hatar. I don't know. Your entire existence is a compliment. You're my favorite human on the entire planet. I don't know. I can compliment everything about you. That's like overwhelming. I think you're fantastic in every way. And you're incredibly cool.
Hey, come on! Open up! What is this shit? Armor for the apocalypse?
Omicron is in quarantine. This is why they didn't answer our call.
Hello!
No, you? A compelling argument.
It's called a radio. They're not gonna hear you better if you scream.
Jonesy, you okay? Look, I know you're the strong silent type, but I need you to say something every now and then so I know you're all right. Jonesy? Jones.
Fuck's sakes. Let's try the annex again. Maybe we can break it.
We're losing Jonesy. We need to get her inside.
Oh, get in line!
Alvaro, there's nothing we can do for her right now. Hit the stasis switch and let's check the annex.
Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. This looks precarious. I'm not sure if I like this. Oh boy, I'm afraid of two things: heights and snakes.
This isn't safe.
Wait, am I not supposed to go this way? Well, like, there's nowhere else to go. Yeah, there's even stuff over here. When have you ever let something being safe stop you in this entire adventure? Like, literally at all. Okay. Well, shit. Oh. Are we even further? I don't think I was supposed to hop down here. Oh wait, there's a ladder. We're good. This looks terrifying. It is. Oh, hey Siren, how's it going? How are you today, friendo? Oh. Oh god. Oh, now we're back here. Oh, there's a ladder here. But it's not usable. So, where am I supposed to be going then? Was I'm alright? Yeah, there are worse things that could happen. That still sucks. I understand. Okay. Kind of looked like this is where we needed to be, but maybe not. Oh shit! You can fall through that. Oh my. Okay, that's just it. All right. Bye. What? 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 Why am I still falling? Why am I still falling? Hello? Okay, I guess they just like... Okay. I guess they forgot to put a... They forgot to put a little collision box there on that little... Because like every other part of that platform, despite having holes in it, had collision over top of the holes. But that one just didn't. So I guess they just forgot to put one there? So I just like plummeted through it.
Alright. Let's find Omicron.
Position I wanted to? That's nice. Get rid of it, Heather. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Hey, Piglocks, how's it going? How are you, friend? Oh my god, there's so many of them. You, like, summoned more. Open fire! Rain hell upon them. Right, Fines? We don't buy our followers here, right, Fines? He's down here on the floor. I've never seen, like, 3 at once before. That's kind of funny. You, like, angered them. See, I'm confused, because besides that little rafter area, this is the only other place you could go. It's this thing, but that didn't go anywhere. So that's interesting. Why somebody wants? I'm not sure. Yeah, so we can't go in there. Can't go that side way. So where do we go? Okay. Yeah, because this doesn't do anything because the power's not on. So, like, this doesn't matter. Oh, here we go. No? Is that because the power's off as well? Is that why this doesn't work? Oh, there's like little little valves over here. No, you can't mess with those either. Okay, those don't move. I feel like I'm missing something here. It's like you're not allowed to touch anything because the power's off, but there's no way to turn the power on, which is weird. It's like power off. You're not allowed to touch or do literally anything in the game. And there's nowhere that doesn't open, so I don't think. Yeah, that's probably what that is for down there, that little scan right there. So we can't do anything there, we can't do anything at the other place, and we're not allowed to do anything anywhere, so like, what the fuck do we do? That's one of the things I dislike about this game. It's just like, I like being left to my own devices to like figure out what's going on. Like I don't mind that. But like, sometimes the game just kind of gives you zero direction on where to go and what to do, and I don't like having zero direction. Especially in a game that's like really big, like this. Oh, there's a homie here.
This is Omicron? Hope they saved me a diving suit.
Okay, we already listened to that. See, power failure would insinuate to me that we need to follow this thing. Right? And that leads over here. But apparently that's not where we go. Because there's still a power failure over here. Yeah, because that leads up into here. But we've been in here, and there's nothing to do. Oh, this comes off. Ah, I see. I did not know that. What? You still... Bro. There we go. I was like, please, just let me play the game. Alright.
Oh. Better be careful.
Hi, fine. There. you can see him. He's back there. What? There we go. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing. There's a lot of like situations like that in this game where you don't know where to go. Comes down to like, hey, you just didn't like hover over one little specific corner of the map and see that one thing that doesn't look interactable is interactable, and then you're good. It's kind of funny. Oh, now we can go in here. It's like a little scavenger hunt, you know, more so than anything else. What? Jeez. Well, we can go even higher. I'm assuming we need to go up there. I don't trust you.
Catherine?
What?
There you are.
Where are we?
We're right next to Omicron, a smaller building connected to the main site. Can't you tell?
No, my view is pretty limited. There's some heavy restrictions on my system access. Did you find a power suit?
Not yet. Trying to figure out how to get into Omicron, the big building.
Oh, okay. Keep up the good work.
That's it? You got nothing?
Good luck.
Thanks.
She's like, you're on your own. I hate her so much, dude.
Kath, how are you so okay with all this?
With what?
Talking box, for one thing. Not being human.
It's not so bad.
So, you're not bothered at all by not having a body?
I'm getting there. You're making me feel really self-conscious.
Come on, be serious.
I never felt that comfortable being human in the first place.
Weird.
This isn't much worse.
Not being able to move would freak me out. Glad you got the box and not me.
It'd make it a little easier
Nice.
to help out if I had a body, but you're doing a good job.
Just figured being able to stretch a little would give you some ease.
My physical constraints don't translate to my experience very well. I feel about as human as before, but as if suspended in air. Which is kind of interesting now that I think about it.
Look at my son. Look at Fines.
Kath, why do you think I was made? Why would this AI, the WoW, bring me here?
I don't think we could ever know. I have my own beliefs, but nothing that can be verified.
Tell me, Why do you think the WoW brought me here?
The WoW had a range of assignments, but they all sprung from one single idea: preserve humanity. When the comet hit the Earth, killing everything, leaving a fraction of humanity left alive, the WoW started to compensate.
It's restoring humanity.
I think so, but I don't think we share its definition of
Which
human.
he is reading me,
Or
reading
life,
me,
for
reading
that
me,
matter.
reading me, reading me. Witchy, yo, thank you so much for the raid. I thought you were gonna stream for much longer, considering you were like you had just started streaming.
Are we alive?
That's an impossible question to answer. We lack meaningful definitions.
Just figured there must be a way to know.
Viv, hello friend, welcome in.
Know if this life is worth living.
You assume you've changed so much, but have you really?
I don't know. I don't feel so different. The world sure does. I never realized how much the idea of myself depended on where I am.
How do you mean?
I miss Toronto.
Hold on.
Not because...
Yeah, I can pause this. Hello, Jesse. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in for the raid. Sorry, that was big. It was big plot moment. Big plot moment. So I was like listening. Sorry, but welcome in, everybody. Like you're here. Thanks. I appreciate it. Your aim was asked. So did you just like can it early because you were like not today. Like your hair beard. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I guess I can close this other tab now because I'm not gonna be watching myself over there on my third monitor. But yeah, hello everybody. Hopefully, Witchy stream was great. I appreciate you all for coming over into Raider Rooney.
Because my friends and family are there, but because I know where I fit in. In Toronto, I know who I am.
That's an interesting observation.
She sounds so disinterested. I hate her so much. Okay. Yeah, we're playing some SOMA. Oh, Jordan, you didn't have to do that. Friendo.
Awooga.
Awooga. Thank you for the 7 months, friend. How are you today? I'm glad to see you. But yeah, guys, we're playing SOMA. This is made by Frictional Games. You may know them as the same people who made Amnesia. And this is their dream game. This is the game they always wanted to make, which is based in a future apocalypse underwater, where everybody is AI copies of themselves, and it's really weird. Like a better time? Oh, thanks, bud. We appreciate that. Oh. Whoa. What am I doing? Can I just press all the buttons? Oh, there's stuff up there. Never mind. I was like, I'm just gonna press all the buttons. NFTs before NFTs. Yeah, you basically are like, they're like print copying people's like psyches and putting them in like different robots. Like she's stuck in this little like iPhone looking thing. And she's like the lead scientist of like this whole like facility. It's really crazy. Oh, Jesse, you didn't have to do that. Thank you for following, friend. I might appreciate that though. Try to make that worthwhile. Let's see. Oh, and Viv, you too? You didn't have to do that. That's way too kind. I appreciate that, friend. That is really nice. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. They're basically NFTs? They are. They really are. Oh, sorry. Okay. Ah, God, sorry. Ooh. Can I do this? No. Okay. Wait, if both of those cause surges... Okay, that one doesn't. Okay, why does that cause a surge, I wonder? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, we were almost there. Okay. Let's fucking go! Yeah, let's go! We did it.
The terminal just lit up.
That was fun. I like that. Yay! Okay.
River, do we have any painkillers left? This tinnitus is becoming crippling.
Sorry, we only have heavy stuff left. Morphine level drugs.
I'll take it. Feels like my head is about to explode.
Can do, that's stuff for emergencies. Besides, Cameron thinks the ringing will settle when JR reaches 100%.
Then tell him to hurry the fuck up.
Should be a matter of hours. Just hang in there.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, well, I have this thing I need to take care of, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
Sure thing, Herb.
He must have overloaded his black box.
Humans have black boxes?
Here we do. Company policy.
Wow.
It records your vitals to help medical personnel treat you in case of accidents.
That's invasive.
So I can hear the dead.
Right. Yeah, you should be able to data mine black boxes, just like the intercom.
Yo, that's what? That's such a cool but creepy explanation for why I can hear people's memories. Yeah, our invasive government like forced us to have black boxes in our bodies. And since now I'm a robot, I can hear those. Like, oh my god, that's weird. I don't like that. It's cool though. But yeah, if you're lost at all, it's a very complicated game, but it's very, very cool. Essentially, we were in an underwater futuristic facility when a comet hit the Earth, causing the apocalypse. And to our knowledge, all the people are dead. And all that's left are these little, like, copies of us. Like, essentially, like, they took our brains, they took a snapshot, and they've uploaded that into different robots. And that's, like, the last of humanity. It's just, like, a bunch of, like, pretend people inside of robots. It's really, interesting.
There has to be a way to cancel the lockdown. Have a look around the room.
Okay, I need a code of some sort, it looks like. I'm currently still lost, but oh, hey, Zuko, how's it going? Yeah.
Did you do that, Catherine?
What?
Never mind.
So, what we're doing now and what we're trying to do to progress the game is, Catherine, the AI, so the snapshot, she's a snapshot of a doctor, or the scientist, that was like the big brains behind everything. So she's a copy of her stuck inside this little iPhone looking thing. And she thinks that she's going to save humanity because she invented this thing called the Ark, which is a virtual reality simulation of essentially heaven. And if we can launch that into space, it saves humanity. If it doesn't make sense, it's because it doesn't. And I think Catherine is actually the villain, hence the title. But she's dead on convinced that's like gonna fix everything. I don't think it will. Neither does Simon. So. Howdy, Marine. How you doing? Hey, Frosty. How's it going? How are you, bud? Dates, my classes.
I think I solved it.
Solved what?
Why do I get the feeling that we just got lured into the back of a van?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's being a little. It's not. It's literally just giving us the answer, which the game has not done up until this point. Yep.
Omicron retracted the quarantine shutters. Lockdown canceled.
Something wants us to come inside.
And we want to go inside. What's the problem? Come on, let's get going.
So they go to 100% Elden Ring though, and United Machines. Ooh, that's really close. That's really hard stuff. I'm loving that game so far. It's I still like Dark Souls 1 and 2 more, but I like Elden Ring a lot. And this weird stuff, this weird like alien looking shit, this is actually not alien at all. That's human. We made a virus called the WoW, and its objective was to protect humanity and keep quote unquote keep humanity alive. The problem with that is that it wasn't designed for like the apocalypse, so it's like overreacting, right? So it's literally like zombifying humans and stuff and turning them into monsters, because all it cares about is keeping them alive, not keeping them like sane or able to interact with their own free will. It's just keeping them alive. That's its only objective. So it's turning things into like zombies and monsters just to keep them alive. Guess oh, whoa, I wanted to read that. There we go. Guess I tried to figure out what it was about, but they wouldn't tell me anything. All I know is they asked if you were missing or if you were dead. It must have freaked him out. Okay. Are you winning? Yeah, so far. Hey, Toto, how's it going? How are you, friendo? How are you today? Melana. See, I'm not even to her yet. I'm still going through the volcano area right now. I've done everything else, though, up until that point. Because I'm one of those people that, like, I thoroughly complete an area before I go back. You know? Falling Fish called PL Challenge. It's pretty good. You're nice. I'm glad. That one's really annoying. That one's probably the worst. So our name is Simon, and Simon is from our time, like our era of time. At least his brain scan was. And the brain scan of Simon has been uploaded into a diving suit. So, yeah, we're a little confused and disoriented because we're Simon from, like, 2014-ish, I think was when his brain scan happened. And now he's just in the future with a diving suit. Most people have had their brain scans happen in the future, but we were one of the first brain scans to happen, so we're a little disoriented. I wonder what happens if we go like this way, or if that's probably where we exit. I would imagine, maybe. I don't know. Game once? It's a fun game in the fact that it is like that you can just kind of like take forever to beat it, and that's not a bad thing, you know? I like taking my time with games that I enjoy so they last longer, you know? Use alternate engines. Aha! See, there we go. That's where we needed. That's where this actually came into play. So yeah, I'm not technically like a real human. I'm just like an artificial AI that's like imitating someone from the past. So, remember, that actually doesn't have like collision. Like, so we got to be careful.
Be the right way.
Almost 100? Yo, that's a lot to already have. Oh, now everything's falling apart. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Woohoo. Okay. But yeah, we're an AI just like imitating Simon based off his brain scan. So we're not technically like, I don't know, it's interesting. We're not Simon technically, but we're like a new person that's like trying to mimic Simon as much as possible, if you really think about it. So in a sense, I'm like somebody else, right? Because I'm not actually the person from 2014. I'm just like a copy. Like literally, I know we've been making that joke, but like literally, like I'm like an NFT. like you just made a copy of a person. That's almost spot on. But now I'm stuck in one of these diving suits. Whee. Whew. Yeah, this game has incredible writing because, as you can tell, this enters a lot of moral quandaries. Like, it makes you think. Containment. Let's see, emergency life support. I don't think I want the stairwell yet. Global lockdown active. Override at dive room console. Yeah, so the WoW is spread like an infection because its only goal is to keep humanity alive at like all costs. And it's kind of morphing humanity into something else to keep it alive and to help it survive. Which, you know, i.e. equals like the monsters and scary stuff because it is a horror game, you know? Okay, maybe I do have to go to that. Yeah, I know. What is that? Hello? Oh, what are you? What are you? What are you? Oh my god, hello? Alrighty. Okay, we need to go to the dive room. Obviously, a lot of inspirations for this game include, like, you know, H.R. Geiger, Alien. So if you're feeling familiar, they did that on purpose. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking around. Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, you know what's funny? There is a build of this game that existed in 2012 where, like, all of these walls weren't, like, futuristic as you see them now. They were actually just, like literally, like, they looked like they were straight out of, like, an H.R. Geiger painting. So they actually, like, almost leaned a little too hard into it at the beginning, and I'm glad that in the final version of the game they really, like, came back and, like, kind of made it their own, you know? Because as cool as that stuff is, like, you kind of don't want to, like, a lot of games and stuff have, like, used that as their inspiration, so you don't want to, like, lose your identity with that.
Is this Omicron? Everything is so basic, so limited. I hope it's not the Omnitool falling apart. Okay, we need to find you a power suit. You know, so we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda.
You think we'll find one that fits me?
Soda.
I mean, I'm kind of in a suit already.
That's been bothering me too. You know how you were transferred from Vancouver?
Toronto.
From then to now.
How could I forget?
Okay, so we do it again.
You want to send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I want to transfer your mind into a new body.
She does.
Look,
It doesn't
we
work
already know
that
what
way.
can be done.
It doesn't work that way. It makes
It is a big deal,
copies.
Kath. It's a huge fucking deal.
It doesn't
There's
work
gotta
that
be
way. It's
something else that can
copies.
take us down there.
But Dunbata Theta was the only vessel that could take that pressure, and
Hey,
you
David,
saw
how's it
what
going?
happened.
Then
How are you,
think of
dude?
something else.
Simon, please. You don't have to switch this instant. Just play along for now. If we
It
find
doesn't
something
work
else, then
that way,
bring it on.
Catherine.
I'm not promising anything.
Thank you, Simon. Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
There is no such thing as transferring a consciousness. You can only print copy, copy paste. If you, this is what they're doing. I'm literally gonna go through this right now because I think this is super interesting. I literally think this is super interesting. I think it's important that we go over this because, like if you've been following this game so far, hey, Bona, how are you, friend? How are you tonight, friend? Yeah, here we're actually gonna visualize this right now because this is what's happening in the world of this game so far, and I think this is important to mention, and it's why I'm like getting pissed, right? So, hold on. Let's see. Can I zoom in, please? No. Okay. All right. So essentially, we can do this on here. So essentially, like we have a person, right? Like a he. Yeah, that's the homie, right? Essentially what they think they're doing is they're like, let's build this wall, right? This is the wall of consciousness. Wall of brain. And they want to stick you, so this is Bob, this is Friendo. Right? We'll give him a little body. And they want to put you in this body, right? They want to put you in this body that's like nothing, right? They just want to take this and they just want to transfer you over, and they think it works that way. Like they just could like take you into here and suddenly you become like you're in this body. But that's not how it works. Like, essentially, you, like little Bob here, instead of going through, like, the brain wall, essentially, you're just like, he hits here, he gets stuck. And a completely new person is made. And he just happens to look like Bob and have a lot of the memories as Bob. Look, they look almost similar, but he's blue and he's black, right? Like, they think that you can cross this line. They think you can go across this line. They think they can cross, but they're not. All they can do is Control-C, Control-V. Oh. Right? Like, they Control-C, Control-V. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. You've also cloned yourself. You're not transferring your consciousness. No, that's what I'm saying. Like this is like nothing from him. Nothing of him comes over here. It hits the wall. That's what I'm trying to visualize. Is it hits this wall. This new version of Bob has nothing to do with this guy. Like, they may have similar memories, but he's a new person. Like these are two separate people. You can't cross this line. You can't go across this line. You can only make somebody else on the other side of the line. You can't copy him over, because he is the only version of him that can exist. And if you copy, it's just a new boy. It's the plot. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not that the game. No, I'm not saying that this is like it's like a flaw in the game's writing. Matter of fact, this is like why the game's writing is so intriguing. It's because Catherine, the character, thinks it works this way. That's a horrible arrow. Catherine thinks it works this way. Catherine thinks that this is the scenario that's happening, and she's the scientist. But what's really happening is this down here, where you're trying to copy somebody, and you're just hitting this wall, and you're actually just making a brand new person that's just similar to the guy over there. And that's why this game is so intriguing, because the characters don't understand this, and sometimes willingly ignore it because they want salvation, because they want to get out of their apocalyptic situation. They're ignoring that it doesn't fucking work that way. Like she either literally either wants it to work this way, or understands it works this way and is being like facetious and like misleading, or like she really thinks that it works this way and she doesn't understand the big brain wall here. Like, it's just it's why this game is so interesting, right? It's why this game is so interesting, because that's just like, that's such a like an abstract concept, but it's one that like we can kind of vaguely like understand, you know, right? I can even like visualize it better now that I'm thinking about it. Give me just a second. Because like, essentially you're trying to like reconstruct a human. We should test it? No. Essentially you're trying to reconstruct a human, right? That's like what you're trying to do. You're trying to reconstruct a person. So we'll take Bob again. Good old Bob. Good boy. You're trying to reconstruct a person, right? Like, I can try to rebuild him over here, but just because of like the uniqueness of even just like the way I drew that, you can't make just like another person, right? Like, I'm going to try to draw him again. His legs are already longer. His body's already different. His head's kind of smaller. Look, like you can't even like I can painstakingly sit here and try to like remake Bob, right? But I'm not going to be able to like make him the same way again, because he's the only version of him that can exist, right? Because like I can't like what you make next will be different. So their idea was like okay, let's just make Bob, right? Let's just make Bob, and what we'll do this time is, instead of trying to like remake Bob, we will just copy paste Bob, right? There we go. We'll just boop. There we go. But you know what's different here? They're two different people. They're two different people. They're not the same person. There's now two different humans. Look. We're talking about that wall of brain. They're two separate people. We can do this all we want, because what she's suggesting right now is like, in order to get, because like we're already in a diving suit, right? And we're already a brain scan. So she's wanting to make another brain scan and upload it into that next robot and is telling Simon to his face, hey, yo, this is the same, we're just gonna transfer you over. But that's not what's happening. She's making another one. That's just what she's doing. She's just making another one. So we're gonna have another Simon. And she thinks that, by doing this, that she's somehow helping, but she's just creating more people. She's not, like, this is still the same Simon over here. This Simon can't cross this wall. He can't get past this. And now there's just more people that are almost identical to him that just, like, came into existence. But, like, this guy right here, this original Simon, is still on this side. Thought he was Bob, but Simon's the name of the character, like the main character. He's still over here. He still can't cross this barrier. He cannot go into a new consciousness because he is the only version of him that exists. He can't go across. He can only be copied. Yeah, but that's like why I think she's a villain, Atoto. Like, that's why I think she's a villain. Because I think she's so hell-bent on the arc, like working and succeeding, that she's willing to kill off so many different people. Because, like, she doesn't, like, let's go back to her drawing. She doesn't care that if this Simon dies. This Simon can die. She doesn't give a shit. As long as one of these Simons, like, gets saved. As long as one of these Simons ends up on the arc, this Simon can die. His life is meaningless to Catherine. She doesn't give a shit about him. And she doesn't give a shit about this guy, that guy, or this guy. They could all die. As long as one of them makes it. And that's evil, right? Like, she doesn't give a shit about human life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fundamentally does not care about human life. And I think that's why she's the villain of the story. Because she fundamentally does not understand that this guy's life, even if he's not the original Simon, still matters. And killing him just so one of these guys can eventually make it, and killing all these guys too, is immoral and evil. They had lives that mattered. Just because they're a copy of someone else, they are a new existence and a new person that exists. And she's just killing all these people off, trying to get to her end goal. But their lives matter too. You know? You put it that way? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, there's no point in trying to keep the original alive as possible to say, well, that's not even true, right? Because, like, in a sense, like, Simon doesn't need to breathe or eat. He's a diving suit now. He doesn't need to breathe or eat. He can just live at the bottom of the ocean. Like, there's nothing stopping him from doing that. It's not going to be a happy existence, but he can just live there, right? What sort of life is that? So you're saying, fucking kill him. Fucking kill his bitch ass. Because it's not going to be a happy existence? There's plenty of people in life who are unhappy right now. Do their lives not matter? Like what? Someone's the one that takes place underwater? Yes. We're in an underwater facility. Like, that's like his life still matters. And killing him just so you can be like, oh, well, maybe we can copy paste him over here. That's immoral and evil. And that's why she's the villain. That's why she's the villain. Yeah, sorry, Spooky. I'm on a soapbox. I appreciate you coming in though. But yeah. So she doesn't care if this guy dies. She doesn't care if this guy dies, this guy dies, this guy dies. As long as one of them makes it. And she doesn't care about the individuals and their individual lives, right? And that's why she's evil, because she doesn't value human life. And she's just using them as a means to end to get what she wants. And that's why I think she's the villain of the story. One of the clones? Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't care if, like, this is the OG Simon, right? This is like, this isn't the OG Simon, but this is the Simon we're playing in the game. This is our main character. She doesn't care if because he can't cross this wall of consciousness. He can't. He can only be copied over into a new form of existence. He ceases to exist if you do that. So she doesn't care if this guy makes it. She just wants a version of Simon to make it, period. So she's willing to copy paste him and even kill off all these extra clones as long as one clone makes it, right? She doesn't give a shit about the individual who is our main character over here on the left. So it's just like, follow them without, that's like the delusional thinking that she's following. It's like, oh, well, I'm saving you by sending you to the Ark. I'm like, well, Simon can just be an underwater creature. He's literally a diving suit. Like, it's gonna be really rough for him to cope with the fact that he's a diving suit now, but he can totally make a new life as a creature at the bottom of the sea. That is like, that is literally like, that is literally the, like textbook adaptation. Like that is humans adapting. Like I'm in a new body now. This one doesn't have to eat, drink, or sleep. This is really cool. When he's a diving suit, yeah. So essentially all of these copies, all these brain scans are inside of other robots or computers. Because like all humans in their physical forms for the most part are dead, except for like the people that are dying around us or have recently died. So essentially human forms are like going away, and everybody's consciousness are being uploaded to robots and computers. Get left behind anyway. But you know what I'm saying, right? Is like she asks you to kill robots throughout the entire game, just like needlessly. That is actually murdering somebody. That is the last version of that person to exist in human history, and you're taking them out of existence to like forward your goals. You know, like this is like that's evil, right? That's evil. That's just like straight up evil. Like you are taking out the last version of an individual to exist in all of history, and killing them so you could quote unquote save humanity. Used to be people, yes, exactly. That is, yeah, exactly, Wona. Everybody we're seeing, like that. I think, yeah, we can't go back outside, but that robot that we saw outside, that used to be that was a person, right? Like that little guy like zooming, the guy was floating around that looked like a tube TV. Like that was a person. Like they've uploaded the consciousness, the brain scans of all these people into like different like robots and objects. I'm just a highly advanced diving suit that had an AI, so they put Simon, or this brain scan of Simon, into this diving suit. So, but like Catherine has stated multiple times, that's just a robot. It doesn't matter, but it's not. It's a person who's piloting a robot. Like that is their consciousness. Even if they're not the exact same person that they were cloned from, they're essentially a new person. Like we're showing here. Like if you take hold on. If you take this guy and you copy paste, hold on. You copy paste, he's still a new person, right? He still exists. He's still vibing. He's still over here. There's nothing about him being over here that like makes him like not a person, right? Like he's just because he happens to look exactly like this guy and have all the memories of this guy, that doesn't mean he's not separate and he's his own person. You know? Like he gets to exist and do his own thing, and he has his own right to live and do things, right? But that's what Catherine's missing, is she thinks that this person is worthless because they're a copy, which is like, that's like disregarding human life, which is why I think she's the villain. But yeah, that's my short explanation. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And that's why I hate her. Ah!
Nice. I found one of the power suits. There's a dead woman inside. At least I think it's a woman. Just like the body we found in the annex. She's missing her head.
Gross. This could work in our favor, though. Look for a terminal nearby, see if you can boot it up.
And this is another important fact. So Catherine had a girlfriend. Like the original Catherine, not the brain scan. But the original Catherine had a boyfriend. Or, not boyfriend, girlfriend. And that's why her suit has form. You know? It's because her dead girlfriend is inside our swimsuit. And she doesn't care about that either. Like, she doesn't even care about, like, the living life that existed back then. Like, she doesn't even care about, like, real humans.
Activate the power suit already.
So, yeah. The trolley problem? What's the trolley problem? I'm not familiar with that. No lockers. Okay. Oh, I gotta... Okay. He'll become Aquaman? I mean, like, but that's what I'm saying is, like, humans adapt, right? That's what they do. That's why they're the most dominant species on the planet, is because they adapt so well, right? This Simon can adapt to being a swimsuit underwater.
Not exactly grade A material.
Don't write it off just yet. Remember what we found out at Theta? The suit you are wearing is basically just...
Which way you send it? I don't understand how that relates to this situation, though.
Powered by the on-suit battery pack.
And a dead colleague, Imogen Reed.
Exactly. If you think about it, we're actually incredibly lucky. We found a suit with an already dead body inside.
I guess you're right. What about the WoW? What makes you think it'll play along?
It's not magic, it's algorithms. A set pattern. The WoW won't be able to deny us, even if it was capable of wanting to.
I'm still not crazy about this plan. It feels wrong.
Please, Simon, I can't give up on the Ark. I need this.
Because to me, it's pretty simple. It's like, she doesn't give a shit about human life. She's about the idea that, like, if we can like succeed, because like this is her brain baby. The Ark is her brain baby. She wants to succeed because it's her brain baby, and she's put so much effort into it. It's
Come
not.
on. We need to get a Cortex chip, a battery pack, and some structure gel.
It's not even that necessarily she's robots are being killed. Yes, she's asked. This chick right here, Catherine, has asked us to kill multiple robots with people in them throughout the entire game. Just whenever it's convenient. Whenever it's convenient for her plans, we straight up murder people all the time. Families annoying me. I'm sorry, Spooky. Like, to me, it's simple because, like, just because we're cloning people does not mean the new clones don't have rights in the right to live, right? To me, that's pretty straightforward. Like, just because you clone somebody doesn't mean the clone doesn't have rights, right? That is still a new living thing that, like, deserves to exist. Which is actually covered in the Star Wars animated series for the Clone Wars, which is kind of an interesting thing. Interesting place to find that philosophical conversation as well. Who's to say the copies of those people aren't already Ark? What do you mean? Why is that happening? The robots you've killed, but that's what I'm saying, Ototo, is like, just because that robot exists does not mean its life is meaningless because there's another clone of it somewhere else. If they were 3 me's in this room, I wouldn't kill the other one just because there's a third one around. That doesn't make any sense. All 3 of those people's lives matter. It should not matter that they're clones. It should not matter that they're clones. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. They almost have a stream team, yeah. We take turns. Because, like, when I hear arguments like that, that's your voice. That's your voice saying, yeah, because you're a clone, your life doesn't matter. And that, to me, that's where I can't agree with, right? That's where I can't agree. Just because you're a clone, your life doesn't matter, right? Kind of malfunctioning, so their life is less meaningful because they don't function in the way that you would like them to, or a way that is like what you would consider efficient. Wait, what are we doing here? What? Oh, this is neat. Oh, I like this. Oh, I see. Oh. No. This is cool. I like this puzzle. Let's go. Would I marry all 3? I don't know. Pets Spirit Spanker would make their life better? Okay, buddy. You're scaring me with your idea of, like, human life here. So you're saying these things deserve to be, like, euthanized without, like, their permission because, like, their existence seems to you to be, like, pain? That's kind of, like, that's kind of manga. That's kind of scary. Well, like, that's not, I don't know. Like, most of the robots that we have killed or interact with have been, like, physically asking for help, or at the very least just, like, confused about where they are, you know? There are people before, there are copies of these people, but in robot form. I guess I need to find something to break that. Okay, you can't interact with that. Oh, I can interact with this. And that's why, like, essentially this is more like cloning than anything else. Why is it taking their heads? People in robot form? Yeah. Which is why this conversation is so intriguing, right? And I think that's the easy thing. I don't think that's like weird. I think it's the easy thing in your brain to be like, oh well, you know, you're just a copy. So like your life is. Did you watch Pokemon, like the original movie, Mewtwo? We've been taught this lesson before. We went through that whole thing with that movie. We've been here before. Still people nonetheless? Yes. Turn the power on or does, but that's what I'm saying is like, besides Catherine, like in a sense forcing us to advance things, there's no reason that we couldn't theoretically try to make our own lives or go our own path, right? Like, besides Catherine directing us to do all this stuff, there's no reason for us to be doing any of this, theoretically. Oh, I didn't even see this over here. Resedated Orange Ruffy found out had a remarkable bone growth seemed to be interfered with perception, brought it inside the study, but it stifled and died. Weird. Army Nordic identified as sabotaging the Limar probe at about 900 meters depth. Rubber fish that looks like it has emerged with some other kind of fish or shark. Freakish to be chased with afar. It's clear it's getting where something is causing this, but not. That mail this time or this morning has been. So there's creepy stuff down in the in that there's like creepy like sea monsters down there. Which is weird. Is it going on to the Ark either? Yeah, which is like dumb. Like, oh, I have to go through decam. So she's killing all these people for like essentially like not any like justifiable reason, and it's not even like a selfish reason because she's gonna be able to like go on the damn thing. Is this like examining the WoW and how it affects things? Yes, there it is. Yep. And the WoW's doing a similar thing, but just kind of mindlessly. It's just like preserve life at all costs, even if it leads to morphing and death of other things. You know. I'm not reading all this. I'll scan it. Should work and act more efficiently. However, the modifications that the WoW has made the gel full extra mission that doesn't necessarily make sense. Applied to something complicated, it causes the gel to act like eventually ruining it. Okay. Applied the gel to a dead mouse. The gel caused the mouse to appear alive. Was put in the same anti as living mouse. Reanimated mouse was apathetic. While living one seemed stressed. After units, the reanimated mouse attacked and killed the living mouse. After an hour, the reanimated mouse stopped moving. The corpse. Yeah, see, like. It's reconstructing the life because it's like, Catherine just told us earlier that the WoW's main goal is to like preserve life. So it's kind of like the WoW in its head has determined that the way that current things live is not efficient, so I'm going to do it my way. Which is spooky. Yeah, that makes sense. Isn't technically the WoW that point? No, I don't think the WoW is the thing that puts the brain scans into the robots. Well, I mean, they're great, but like they should be left to figure that out, right? They shouldn't be like forced to. They shouldn't be like murdered, just because, you know, somebody goes, oh well, your life is just a footnote in my path to do the right thing, you know. There's plenty of real world issues that have resulted in that. People saying your life is a footnote in me doing the right thing, you know. That's like how many evil people in real life, some of the most horrible people in the world, have come to exist. Okay. Weird. I'm sorry, Spooky. I understand that. It sucks. Yeah, see, it starts moving again. Because, and what the WoW is doing is like in a similar thing too, because that's not like the mouse in its like original form. That's just reanimation. It's like essentially once again fabricating a life that existed before. This is not the original mouse. This is a ugly new version that is being produced just using the same body. Just like the brain scans are just, you know, a clone of a person being used from the original brain, but is a new body. But they're still new versions of whatever they're making, which I think is like an incredible writing, situation that like that's just such good writing that like the WoW seems like the big evil scary thing, but in a sense Catherine is doing the same thing.
Something like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna close these. But yeah, it's like a good dichotomy and a good like, I don't know, they're cool because do I have to put the, I gotta put the gel on it to like fix it. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I think it's cool that like the WoW is like perceived as the ugly, scary version, but Catherine's just doing the same thing, just like, but she is perceived as like doing the right thing just because of appearances when they're doing like basically the same thing. You know. It's like why Dark Souls is cool. A lot of the enemies in Dark Souls appear angelic or bright, you know, but they're actually villains. Whereas some of the characters that look more like dark, dreary, and mysterious often end up being some of the nicer characters in the lore. Is that role reversal that's like really interesting? So, oh, what is? What? What's important? Oh, cool. There's the soul of light? Yeah. Because, like, despite the fact that Gwyn was, you know, trying to preserve the world in the way, as the way he knew it, like, the whole time Gwyn was, like, suppressing the lives and existence of humans. He was kind of only preserving life for the lords, right? And nature and everything around him was, like, begging him, essentially, to, like, hey, this is the natural course of things. And he just kept refusing, you know? And just like Catherine, he thinks he's being the hero, you know? He thinks he's doing the right thing. But in reality, he's just kind of in the way of something that's inevitable, that is good for others, just not his people. And even not even in the sense that, like, it's bad for his people. It's just like his people aren't in charge anymore, if that makes sense. Which is what I find very funny. About the Ark, wanted to be on the Ark? Simon didn't. At least the first ones didn't. Be in the Ark in the end, but like that person never makes it on the Ark. Essentially, a clone of them gets to be on the Ark, and that current existence of that person ends. Okay. Like, essentially, they're just making a clone themselves that gets to enjoy the Ark, and that person just never does. Just like the Archdragons before him? Yep. Because, like, the gods... the gods and the lords were fine under the Archdragons. They weren't in charge, which can be kind of, like, sad for them, you know? But, like, they're not, like... They just weren't in charge, you know? But they wanted to be in charge. So then it came that, like, humans were in the same situation where, like, you know, it was time for the humans to be in charge, and he just, like, hated that, even though it was, like, time, right? What? So there wouldn't be clones? Well, they killed themselves because like, that's a good theory, but, like, most of the lore and stuff that we've heard, people believed that like, they were going to be a direct transfer. People believed that like, they were ending their physical lives because they assumed that they would end up as, like, on the Ark, and they would, like, you know, be like a direct transfer between the two. It wasn't because they knew they were going to be cloned. It's because they thought that, you know, they would, like, you know, do that and then wake up in the Ark. That's how they thought it was going to work. Were they aware that they were clones now? Most were not. I'm assuming some did, but we haven't found lore to, like, just, like, realize that yet. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. He said, nope, I'm in charge forever. Yep. So can you help me out? I wish I could. I don't have nails, though. Who's this Ross guy? What is his angle? My nails are too long. Oh.
Strasky, are you there?
I hear you, Herbie. What's up?
But that's why this game's so cool, is because those kind of conversations are neat to have.
Go do something. I might not be around for a few days, okay?
Rally Herbert leaving the listening post? Must be important.
It is, Strask. It is.
Okay then. Stay safe.
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Everyone all right?
We will be as soon as we make friends with the power suits.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic there.
Just wanted to check in before we pass the last working Lumar probe. Guys, any last words to Omicron? Don't forget to pick us up. You heard that, right?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Alright. Heading into radio silence.
Good luck, guys. Tau, please respond. This is Rowley Herber calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Side of my thumb? I never thought about that, actually.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Teeth? Oh no. Heather gets mad at me when I do that for like plastic and stuff. She's like, don't do that. I think that Tau is ultimately worse because like I don't know, unlike like this Simon who can like, not the Tau, the WoW. I think the WoW is ultimately worse because like unlike this Simon who can theoretically just say fuck you Catherine and just like go make a new life, the WoW turns you into like something else. Like as you can see, like it not only does it kill the original you, your clone that comes back to life, like literally like just like you have, it seems like you have no free will and you're just like wigging out the entire time. Like you're just following the WoW's desires. You essentially become like a slave, which is like, I don't know. Like you lose your sanity and then you become a slave to like the like hive mind. Like that's like at least Simon can like do what he wants, right? That doesn't sound very well. Yeah, I like it. I like that as a story concept a lot. See, like this guy's like alive technically, right? This guy's technically alive, quote unquote. He died, and the WoW's like, hey, my job as an AI is to keep things alive. So it made him part robot, and now he's technically alive again. But he's just kind of like, he's clearly like not sentient anymore, and he's just a servant of the WoW. So at least Simon can do what he wants, right? He's choosing not to, but he theoretically has a new existence that he can do with however he pleases. Okay, what was the point of that? Because we gotta, I'm assuming we gotta get something from every floor. He's just playing solitaire mentally. Are you winning? Oh yeah, we got the chip. That's what we got from down here. And then I'm assuming the third floor also has something. This is not where we... Yeah, is this not where we override things? Oh, that's where we was. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe it's upstairs. Oh, this is winning. He seems upset. Is this where I do it? I don't know. Oh, that's cool. I noticed this little aquarium. That's cute. Free from the... There you go. Oh, this is where this is. What else did we need? I'm assuming that's on the next floor.
There has to be a power pack upstairs.
Power pack, okay. Power pack. Hi. Okay. Oh, do we do it up here? There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, cool. You read the terms and conditions. Yeah, all their black boxes are static too. So we even know how they died. That's like spooky. Can I interact with that? No. That's not me. Hush. I'm gonna have to drop spooky from my vocabulary. The power room. Oh. Storage? I'm unstoppable? We'll see about that. Okay, my work here's done. I don't like that the game just autosaved when I walked in here. Oh. There's a homie over there. Mr. Design, yeah. They worked really hard on the design of this game. Like I said earlier in the stream, they reworked the entire game to make it more atmospheric. Because originally the game used to be like just kind of an H.R. Geiger ripoff. Not even ripoff, but just like it was just H.R. Geiger the game. Like that, all the walls looked like a painting from him and all that stuff. He's like not moving. I'm pretty sure I have to get to that thing right there too. It's not moving, but I'm pretty sure I have to get to that that console over there to grab the battery. He's not paying attention to anything I'm throwing. Like he does, but he's not moving. Like he's understanding that I'm throwing things. But he's not coming over here. Maybe I throw it at him. There we go. I think he was stuck. Oh shit, I don't think that was on purpose. I don't think that was on purpose. I think he was glitched. Yeah, I think he was glitched. I don't think he was supposed to be stuck there. That sucks. That's really frustrating. Yeah, he was glitched. He was like responding to what I was doing, but like he couldn't move for some reason. Something in the game was making him just like stay there, even though he was like, you know, clearly cognizant of where I was. So that's upsetting. Yeah. That's one of the funny things, is like this game's really amazing, but the gameplay just seems like clunky and not at all like intuitive. It's just kind of like Amnesia, but like, I don't know. Amnesia, but like, I don't know, like even worse, you know? Yeah, it's like he gets stuck there. Maybe we could use that to our advantage this time. Oh, now he's moving. But I need to be over there. Ugh, bro. He's a funky little guy. Yeah, he keeps glitching. Oh, hey, Arf, how's it going? How are you, friend? How's your night treating you? I don't understand why he's like what's going on? Like, what's his deal? He like can't move sometimes. I don't understand. It's one of my favorite horror games. The writing is the best I've ever had in any horror game, to be honest. The gameplay's not too fun though. But I think like the story more than makes up for it. It's really nice. I'm glad you're doing well though. Okay. It's like, it's such a great, amazing story, but I don't feel like the gameplay really matches. It feels like just like more clunky Amnesia in a game that otherwise is like amazing, you know? Whatever. Whatever. Like, he won't move. And I don't get how to, like, make him move. I'm trying to distract him, it just doesn't work. It's kind of annoying. Do you need that room? I need to take the pack and recharge it on that wall. Because I'm pretty sure this pack is not charged. I think that's what it is. Yeah, which is great. I think it has the best writing of it. Like, I can see if she'll just take it by itself, but I doubt she will. She'll be like, it's not charged or something. But we can, I guess we can try. There's no harm in trying. Like, it has the best writing and story of like any horror game I've played. But the gameplay is just kind of like Amnesia, but like weirdly worse. It's like really clunky and odd. It's like not, it doesn't feel good. Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind goes running down the trail. Follow me there. Follow me there. Oh, fuck, you're here now. You're here now. Oh my god. Oh my god. So cool to me. I agree. Alien was one of the big things that got me into horror. So, like, obviously that was a huge inspiration for them in this game, and I think it's really, really cool. Oh, fuck. At this point, I'm just kind of running. I'm just like, ah, help. I just got scared. You meant Imogen? Isn't she the chick that's inside of our her suit that dated Catherine, but Catherine does not give a single shit about the fact that her old girlfriend is dead? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Playing myself? Yeah. Oh. Oh, I missed this. Let's go oranges. Oh shit! I got stuck on the wall! I got stuck on the wall! Oh my god.
Lock the door.
It's locked. What's going on?
Managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything we need, right?
Yeah. Let's get to work.
Yeah, it said something about charging the battery, but I guess we didn't need to do that. Or that was just like lore flavoring, I guess. Oh. Okay, what do I do? Dudes keep farming me? Yeah, they do that, unfortunately. Oh, I gotta put the stuff in. Oh.
This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work. Make sure it's all bunched together with the structure.
Gross. Gross, dude.
Alright, try activating the suit from the terminal again.
Ah! I hate that.
I can't believe we're doing this.
It will be fine.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You'd go without me.
I need to do this, Simon. This is important. I need to launch the Ark.
That's all she cares
Really
about.
do it. Change body.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
I'm not gonna stand in your way. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Will it be like before? Close my eyes
And then open them again.
She's lying to him! She's lying to him!
Go sit in
Bro,
the
Catherine's the villain, dude! She's lying to him! She knows it doesn't work that way! She's manipulating him! She knows it doesn't work that way. What did she say to do? Sticky meanie? I know. What was I supposed to be doing? I was too busy yelling at her. She said touch something. Oh, here. There we go.
We need to loop back the activity manifested by your current Cortex chip, run it through the amplifier, feed it into the new chip, and then make sure it's synced.
Chip Skylar?
You lost me halfway there.
You don't really need to understand it, just make them line up.
It's the Resident Evil 2 puzzle that is like in every game now. Oh, that's almost it. What am I missing? Oh, that's almost it. What am I missing? It's like one thing off. Is it too high? That's it. That's it right there. What? Wait, can I get it closer? I feel like it's hard. It would be hard to get that closer. It's like almost exactly. Yeah, no, that's too much. Oh, there we go. We were just one off. That's like I said. Whoa, there we go. Let's go.
That's everything. You can climb into the pilot seat
That's
now.
neat.
Already?
I have everything under control, so please, have a seat.
She's a lying sack of shit.
Sorry about any discomfort. This should be over soon.
It's like having your picture taken.
But with the most expensive camera in the world,
You know, Indian stock photos would steal their souls.
in this case, they'd be right.
Yep. Here we go. Yep.
There must be something wrong.
Yep.
Can't you run a diagnosis or something?
A lying sack of shit.
What was that?
No, it's just,
Why was it still talking?
it's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
Yep.
What do you mean?
You know it's not magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
Damn you, Kath. Two Simons? There can't be two Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take my mind and put it
She
into another
lied.
body
She
like a
told
brain
him that's what was going to
transplant.
happen.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work that way.
She
You
lied.
realize
It.
how messed up this is.
She told him it worked that way. She lied.
How did you expect me to react to this?
She
shit?
lied to him.
Stop.
You're fucking disgusting.
She lied to him. She told him.
Sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
It is.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we
Maybe you shouldn't have fucking cloned him.
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
There. I set it up for you. Hit the switch if you want to drain his battery.
So is Catherine the villain, or are you going to be villain now? He
I'd rather not stay plugged in any longer.
He does not deserve. He does not deserve to die. He does not. He didn't ask for any of this. He didn't ask for any of this. He didn't ask for any of this. He doesn't deserve to die. His life matters. If anything, painlessly. He doesn't. He still doesn't deserve to die. He's still dying. The effect is still the same. You're still killing him. It doesn't matter if it's painless. Like, if you killed... Like, if I died in my sleep tonight, it wouldn't matter that it was, like, painless, right? Like, it's just like, I still don't get to live the rest of my life. I still don't get to stream again. I still don't get to see anybody ever again. It's the same effect. It doesn't matter that it's painless. I'm not gonna be like her. Not like this game has any different endings or anything. It's all the same, but... Yeah, I'm not gonna be like Catherine and just kind of like... Just stab, kill, destroy willy-nilly. Not happening.
Are we done here?
Yeah,
Activate the climber, please.
sure thing.
For somebody so preoccupied with like
It's dumb luck, right?
making sure the Ark and that version of everybody like stays like safe, she's willing to kill so many people to make it happen.
Full journey. He wouldn't understand. How could he? I couldn't do it, and you knew it. You were right in trying to hide it from me. Only wish you'd done a better job.
No.
Basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing.
Yep.
And you wouldn't mind? Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been? Let me say something. I don't want to think. Please.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to upset
Then
you.
stop lying and killing people.
Say anything.
Stop it.
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I can still feel how I had to, tuck my arm so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge and, I felt the warm wind in my hair and the sun was setting and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times after. I'm not religious, but I can see why people would be. The privilege of being makes a strong case, at least every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe? Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we
Yes,
were.
you can.
So unhappy being where you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different?
Nope.
I'd still be alone.
And another copy.
No friends.
You're never making it to the Ark. Another version you will.
Friends? I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have...
Even after that Bane switch, like, he's still not getting it. And he's still falling for her lies. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
Kath? Hello, Catherine. What happened? The power blacked out for a moment. Think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing pretty hard, really testing the limits of my suit.
Don't worry, it should hold.
Comforting.
It will hold.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels a minute more than anything.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Yes. But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever-changing moment that never really seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it sounds exciting, but it really keeps me activated to the point of exhaustion.
It's rough.
Could be worse. Could be a time traveler stuck in a body made from black goo.
That'd be the worst.
I don't understand how he's so cool with her after she's lied to him so much. Like Simon has expressed frustration and guilt with her for so many different things and reasons, and he just like is still cool with her, and I don't get that. Oh, 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 hi, oh, hi, hi, hey, chillax, ah! Saved at the beginning of the game. She was the little robot that was on the floor, like in like the second area. So I don't know.
Oh, good, you're back.
This one's for Andrew. Thanks, Zuko. I appreciate that. Rest well, friendo.
Dropped onto the cage, knocks you right out.
Spoke to me.
Looks like a man, one of WoW's creatures. It just stared at you for a moment, then threw itself down the abyss.
It said it would make preparations. I don't like the sound of that.
It was very
That's interesting. That means we
for sure. Glad it didn't.
we killed her at the beginning, which is really funny. But at least like Simon didn't know the implications of what he was doing at that point. Like he didn't understand this whole like computer copy thing.
Okay, so this is the Omega.
So he didn't do it on purpose.
It's about an acre of the abyssal plan used by Pathos 2. I expect
It's more like manslaughter than murder.
You haven't been here before?
Not in a way that'll help us.
Right, the other you has been here. We're following your own footsteps, Kat.
When I had footsteps,
You could still be down here somewhere, technically.
don't remind me, freaks me out. Alright, let's head for Tau and find that arm.
She knows how it works and asks you to do. Yeah, that doesn't really change what happens though. Ototo, you seem really attached to like Catherine's way of thinking. Like you kind of seem like you jive with the way she's thinking. I like agree with her. What is it called? Batman and Spider-Man mixed together? What was it? Oh my god, this is spooky. Don't say it. Don't say it's spooky. See where she's coming from? I don't. Especially since she lies and murders to get it. That didn't open. The movie is Morbius? Oh. I heard people hate that movie.
Tau? Come in, Tau. Please answer, Tau. Nothing. It's dead.
Let's move out. We'll try the next one.
That looked really important. I figured I'd be able to interact with that. Those are cool. You like the movie? Well, you know, you don't have to agree with critics. You know? You can like movies people hate. People like things for different reasons. People can even like things because they're bad. You know? That's a lot of what the Friday the 13th movies are. Like, so bad they're good territory, you know? They're so dumb they're actually entertaining. Also, Jared Leto's just kind of a weirdo, so I feel like people kind of feel hesitant to support things that he's in. Wow, you got tore up.
Jesus, did you see that?
Stick to the lamp lights. They won't go near them.
I call him Foul Glasser. It's It's important I reach Omicron. Our future depends on it.
Calm down. Let's just follow the path.
If I die, I need you to tell Julia Dahl that the war is out of control. She needs to get to Sarang. He'll know what to do.
Raj, you can tell him yourself. We just need to pick up the pace, okay?
Glass! We lost the path. We need to go back.
I know where to go. Come on.
It's over there. The light is over there.
Final push, Raj. Almost there. We just...
So big sea monster kill you if you're not under the lights. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh. Haha. Give him pets. Hey, Redford, how's it going? I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think he'll take kindly with that. Oh, launch was not clickbait. It's true. Oh, the lights are getting dimmed by the water. Yo, hey Jazz. We're pretty good. How are you, bud? I'm glad to see you. Hey, the fishies. Humpback whale. Squid. I think it's interesting to see that, like, if these are populations that after the apocalypse, everything, like, regrew. Fishies, I do be loving aquariums, like, a lot. Happy Feet? Yo, nice. I haven't seen that movie in, like, I don't even know how long. Where's the next light? Oh. Oh. Wait. Do we go that way? I thought we wanted to go... The climber? Do we need to go to the climber? Is that where we're headed right now? Then I don't want it to happen yet. Oh, here we go. Okay. The only place we can go. I think that's going to fix it. I had to try, okay. I didn't maybe break it. Wait, this is back where we came from, right? Where do we go next? I don't know where to go. There's no more lights. No, but that's new path? This is? Red is new? Oh, okay. My light ain't doing shit here. Lost below the ocean, not clickbait. Dude, clickbait titles are so dumb. So dumb. Feels like intentional manipulation, and I hate manipulation. People manipulating is so like cringe. Well, you might be right. That's what I thought. Because we came out of there. Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm dumb. It's okay. I trusted you. That was my fault. Don't eat me. I've learned my lesson. Never trust a Hattar. The problem is there's nowhere else to really go. I don't know what it wants me to do. There's like no more blue lights, so like what do I do? We go out the beaten path. Oh, but why? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Ah! Get me to the light. Okay. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, go, go, ah, oh, 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 ah, ah! Oh, they're right there. That's a whole different monster. That was like a school of piranhas or something. Although piranhas aren't in the ocean, they're in the rivers, but why is there storms in the ocean? Oh, there they are. Oh, oh, oh! They don't care that I'm by the light. They don't care that I'm by the light. They don't care. They don't care that I'm. They're cheating. They're breaking the rules. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going then. They hungry. Whew.
Tao, can you hear this? Anyone there?
This is Tao. Who is this?
This is Ian Peterson of Theta calling. I got a team with me, and we're about half a kilometer from Tao.
What? How did... You came in the climber?
Listen, we're having a really hard time with this sector. Heavy turbulence is making it difficult to move forward, and the wildlife you got is absolutely rabid.
The storm comes and goes. The instruments show the weather is relatively fair right now. You should move out as soon as possible. Stick to the lights. The critters should leave you alone.
All right, you heard the man. We're moving out, people. Tao, keep the doors unlocked. We're coming in.
Yeah, I tried sticking to the lights. They didn't care. They're saying, we hungry. Nom nom nom. They did not give a shit about the fact that I was under a light. They're like, I'm taking a bite. Whee. Hey. Oh, 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 let's go. Let's go. You and me. Hey, hey, chillax. That's my safety. Oh, oh, stop it. Oh, please. Ah! Ah! Stop it! Ah! Quit! Please! Quit! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, please. Oh! Oh, please! Oh, please! Ah, keep me in the line, dude! I'm not fast enough! Ah! Good, good, good. Oh, oh, it died. Oh, it ate it. Oh, it ate it. Oh, it ate my boy. It ate my friend. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. What do I do now? I'm just gonna get killed. What do I do? Follow the green? But just loop him for 5 gens. Oh. Oh, I see. What the fuck are you? Oh, oh no. Oh. 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 Oh, I don't like that. Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, oh, oh. Ah! 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 Oh, look, he's coming! Oh, he's coming! Oh. Chute's extended warranty? I'm gonna need it. Looks like my chute's getting the shit kicked out of it. Okay. Oh god, it's getting kind of hard to see. Dunk. Oh, 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 oh. It's like the Grew Desert, but harder, literally, though. And scarier. I've been running. I'm more hopping than running. Kind of like I'm on the moon. Yeah. Which, you know, makes sense because they do use pools to train astronauts. Like they immediately make them move in water because it's similar. Okay. That was intense. That was probably the scariest sequence in the game. I was more scared of that sequence than all of the monsters that I've encountered in the game combined. I was just wondering that, Hatter. I was like, where the fuck did they put that?
Happier to be inside.
Does he just put it inside his pants or something? Like, what does he do? Well, that's not good.
Welcome to Tau. What's left of it.
Are you guys all right? What happened here?
We ran out of real food long ago. People have been getting sick. Haven't heard from anyone in months.
No shit, they all think you're dead down here. Some failed evac story circulating at Omicron.
Oh, God.
Listen, son. We're on an important mission, and we need your help to operate the Omega space gun. When it's
That sounds like such a fake name.
back up the plateau.
Sounds like something I would name like a weapon in a sci-fi film when I was like 4.
To the habitat. We shut off the front section to preserve power.
All right, see you soon.
Like I'm playing with my action figures. I'm like, do you want to see my Omega space gun? Look at my Omega space gun. I like that auto saved. What? My super cool name. Probably in the laboratories, I would assume. Well, somebody made a mess in here. That's cool. Oh! 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 Oh man. Mark of easy. I am kind of doing that, aren't I? Shit. What the fuck?
Anyone there?
Not in the mood to talk to robots. No offense.
What? There's somebody alive in the infirmary? What? What? There's somebody fucking alive down here? Bro, hello? There's a person down here? Fucking excuse me? Oh, he's right there. Oh. Can he open doors? Guess we're about to find out, huh? He can. He can't open doors. Oh shit. Oh yeah, he saw us. Oh no, okay, maybe he didn't. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, sir. We'll leave. We're like 2 ships passing in the night. It's gonna take a while to open, so we're just gonna hide while that happens. Is a robot chasing you? Probably a member of the original art team that's been corrupted by the WoW. That's what I would assume, anyways. Wow, is yet to corrupt me? Yeah, I wish it was. It's kind of for being like the creepy disease in this game. It's kind of unfortunately named, I think. Wow. Where's people become robots? Okay, so the WoW is like a separate thing. So, the WoW is supposed to be a disease that's an AI. And the AI is supposed to preserve life. That's like its main directive. That's what it's designed to do, is to preserve life. So it's kind of gone out of control because, you know, after the comet hit the Earth, like, it has to preserve life of like there's no life left essentially. So it's like kind of like panicking in a sense, if that makes sense. So it's like essentially resurrecting things from the dead and turning them like half robotic into these monsters. So technically life is preserved, you know, if that makes sense. Because in its mind, it's like, yay, I did it. Everything is still alive, but like, not really. They're just kind of zombies. It's doing its best, exactly. It did at what cost? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, exactly. Like that guy's dead and got resurrected by the it's not even, oh my god. Like, he's not even resurrected. It's just like the WoW just kind of like took his body and made it like a like this weird resurrected thing. Really neato brain scans. Those are all saved. Well, the cool thing about the WoW is this, to my knowledge, it has nothing to do with the brain scans. It's just like, it's all about just taking like the dead vessels of everyone and like returning them to a living form, which isn't the same.
No, we're out of sedatives. If we had a gun, this would be the time to pull it out.
Did not expect it to end like this. Should have jumped the climber back to Omicron.
Without the Ark.
Forget about the Ark.
No, you don't get to say that. It's the only thing left of value. You know that.
Yeah.
Promise you won't leave it behind.
Well, I'll be dead one day. Then what?
Well, better keep it safe until then. Don't want the WoW to take it, swallow it whole.
I'm sorry, Catherine.
Wow.
It's okay, Ian. Just let it out. Let it all out.
There's essentially no difference between like the WoW and like a puppeteer. Like the WoW is just like inserting its goop, its gel, into these dead bodies and like pretending they're alive again. You know? And going, hey, I fixed it. Everything's alive still. You know?
What the fuck did we do?
Hey, try not to think about it.
My whole life, I've been a good man. We messed up, Sarah.
There.
I should have launched. Taken the chance.
There's time. If Ashkin
For
says
people,
we can
yeah.
try again, when things calm down.
You gotta do it, you know? You got to.
Okay. I know we gotta go in the infirmary, but I'll look at other stuff first. Offline, 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 offline. Oh, it was locked, so I had to come in here. Ross is the one that's been following us, the zombie that's been following us. Okay. Ross is like, come in. Come in. Oh yeah. Did he not make, but did he like study the Healy things? I was hoping to see Omicron today. The evacuation order of the people, if there was a good excuse to abandon the WoW. As the storm cleared, did he design the WoW? Clear we were swarmed by monsters. No, he didn't. That the WoW was facilitated. He's just being affected by it. This is like right after the apocalypse. Here crumbs, and it was empty. He wanted to take a chance. People from Plateau Ship was a group of engineers from Theta telling us that they wanted to use the Omega Space Gun to launch something called the Ark. It's an artificial world that carries brain scans made from people working at Pathos through the ideas. It's silly but endearing. Agree this scan, we could take part in the afterlife. Some of the engineers returned from fight, and apparently they postponed the Ark launch. They were all in a very foul mood. I don't figure this armor out. Okay.
The pattern has stopped evolving. The WoW has managed to find balance. I convinced SSE Volcheck to turn off all external control systems, making the WoW our de facto caretaker. So far, it's exceeding expectations.
So they just let it go and let it do whatever it wanted. They did that on purpose.
Since the comet crashed a few days ago, January 12th, the WoW has dropped to a low energy state. It hasn't abandoned its duties. It's keeping climate.
It's fucking overwhelmed.
But it's been simplifying the pattern, redefining its protocol.
It's like, how do I preserve life if everybody's dead? What do I do?
The WoW has started to grow physically. It's not just the core chamber. All around Pathos 2, structure gel is bursting through the pipes and bleeding through walls. I don't know what WoW could possibly stand to gain from this, but I assume it is intentional. The heart of WoW has claimed such a large part of the core chamber that there can no longer be any question to its heightened awareness. Not only does its expansion suggest an unexpected understanding of space, but also its own physical manifestation within the world. The WoW is reaching out to every machine, every life form, to manipulate, to control. It's trying to help save its creators from all this, just like the protocol demands. But really, what is good enough?
Yeah.
Where is the line?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. My apologies. I interrupted him.
Every life form to manipulate, to control. It's trying to help save its creators from all this, just like the protocol demands. But really, what is good enough? Where is the line drawn for what is human and what is not? Would walking corpses do?
According to the WoW, yeah.
A group of machines thinking they're human be acceptable?
Yes.
We can't trust a machine to know, to understand what it means to be. We have to terminate the WoW project.
Yeah. Okay. We haven't checked out a diary room yet. Okay, we'll go up here. There's somebody alive up here.
You're different. Go ahead. Make yourself at home.
Are you human?
Sarah Lindwall. Payload technician at your service. A rare sight, am I right?
I'd say so. You're the first normal living human I've seen.
There's not many left down here. Most of them are up on the plateau.
You mean at Omicron?
Yeah.
There's no one alive at Omicron.
You've been there?
I've been all over. The power plant at Upsilon. The ruins of Lambda. The abandoned Delta, Theta.
You've been to Theta?
There's not a lot left of Pathos 2.
And, I'm the only living person you've met? You mean I'm the last living human on the planet?
I'm sorry.
Who are you again?
Simon Jarrett.
Stationed out?
Nowhere. I used to work in a bookshop in Toronto. Long story.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
I'm trying to find the Ark.
Why would you? How do you know about that?
I've heard it's the last hope for mankind.
Damn right it is. Now what do you want with it?
Take it to the Gun at Phi. Launch it into space.
That was the plan, all right. I've been guarding it ever since we brought it back to Tau. I just couldn't bring myself to let go. To tell you the truth, I don't have the strength to argue. And I certainly don't have the time to wait for the next sentient thing shuffling through here. Go ahead. Take it.
Thank you. Can I get you anything? Do anything for you?
You could kill me.
Good one.
I don't like that.
If I knew you would come.
Oh, I don't. I know. Please don't ask me to do this. I don't like this.
I would have cleaned this place up a little bit.
Hey, Try. How's it going?
Please don't leave me like this. I still can't believe I'm the last one. It's crazy.
What's that on top? Trying to look at that.
I'm glad you came by. Good to get this over with. Be my guest. I got no secrets worth keeping.
It doesn't make room for additional payload after the cases.
You serious about me killing you?
No, I'd love to hang around here until I dry up to the size of a raisin. Simon, this fucking sucks.
Shouldn't we be doing something to keep you alive?
Why?
You're the last human. I just find it disrespectful to our entire history not to fight this. Sure, we have the Ark, but you're the real deal.
Thanks. That's probably the best compliment I've ever got. But the truth is that the Ark is all we have. We'll have to accept second best, you know?
None of this feels right.
Simon, I want to die.
Sarah.
Just think about it. Be careful. Good luck, Simon. Knock it out of the park. Don't let me down. Would you stay with me, please? It won't be long now. Just, please, just stay. What a crazy thing this was. Life. At least I won't have to turn 30. Right? Wish I could have died at home with my friends. You ever been to Greenland? It's very beautiful.
Apparently it's not green. Which is weird.
Well, at least when you get out of the city. Nanook is busy, and yes, there's like 12 million people trying to get around. It's a great place. Or rather, it was a great place before the comet ended it all. You know what? I prefer it this way. I liked Pathos. Liked my colleagues. Ian, Nick, Jasper, even Catherine. People thought she was weird because she was quiet, but she was cool. Simon, you still there?
I'm here, Sarah.
Don't let him die, okay? Send them out there. To the stars.
The black box is inactive. Probably found a way to switch it off.
Yeah, that's heavy, dude. That's some heavy stuff right there. That's pretty rough.
No way I can climb a ladder while carrying the Ark like this.
Crying while playing DVD seems legit. Oh, we could have sat here while we were talking. I mean, that's what I ended up doing, kind of. I just crouched, but yeah. Same effect. More respectful than sitting super far away. Yeah. Staring at her uncomfortably, just like, why? Why does it matter at this point? Like, how does this harm anything at this point? Any sort of damage has already been done. So you dead yet? Oh shit. That doesn't seem good. Oh, okay. I'm about to ready to send that back up. I was like, hold on. Okay. This doesn't seem good. Yeah, no shit. Dummy. Can I do anything about that? Oh. Okay. There we go. So you mean sadder or what? That we're not getting on? We're just gonna watch this thing go up into space and go, cool. I enjoy nothing. There's nothing about us that'll even remotely. They aren't even find another human. Why would that be a sad thing? I think that'd be good news if somebody else was alive, you know? That'd be a positive. She didn't want to be alone forever? I think she was, I think she has to die because she was just in a very terrible, like, health state. I could have misunderstood that, though. I thought the point was that she was like, you know, she was in a rough way and wasn't gonna make it too much longer. Would a match rather just like die with somebody else than alone? Or be taken by the WoW, even worse. I mean, it was all around her room. So, honestly, I understand that. Oh, bye! Okay. Bye! How do I get over there? That scared me. Where do I go? How do I get where that went? Yeah, because that's locked. So there's some... It's another one of those dumb sequences where, like, there's something in this hallway, and you gotta, like, scavenger hunt where you gotta go. There's an exit where you're standing? Where? You gotta find the little button that's hidden among all this debris and darkness to press. You sure? Oh, there's a hole. See, there's always this like small, tiny little thing in a dark room full of a lot of junk that you walk over it because it blends into the background. There's like 4 or 5 sequences in this game like that are just like really annoying. Q's would be with like a C. Q and the way you said it is like a weight. Q with a C is like visual cues. Looks like it. Like opening a garage door where there's like no power. Huh. This is not great. Bad things have happened.
Tell me what you want.
I need you to stop the WoW.
What? How?
The enslaved protein sloshing around your suit is the noose from which the WoW will hang itself.
What are you talking about?
As soon as I came to in Omicron, I tried to tell them to make the toxin that would make the WoW wither, but they didn't understand. They put it inside my cabinet. It's so infuriating.
Oh, the gel that I used to make the suit. Oh, there he is.
You took the gel from the cabinet and made yourself into a venomous snake.
You're saying this toxin inside of me can kill the WoW altogether?
You are the snake, Simon.
I don't like snakes.
Now strike at the heart.
What the hell is that?
It controls all the structure gel on Pathos 2.
Oh. Oh, it took my hand. Oh my god. It ate my hand. Or I guess the undead, the dead person's hand that's in my suit.
Good, Simon. But you can't leave. The only way to make sure the WoW stays dead is to destroy the only one who's immune to the new pattern. Don't worry. I'll make it quick.
Oh, get shit on, dude. Took your hand in that? Because I wanted to kill the WoW. Because the WoW is, as much as we want to like shit on like Catherine and the brain scans, the WoW is like infinitely worse. They are similar, but I think it's very clear who's the shittier of the two. So we definitely need to get rid of the WoW at the very least before we even tackle the brain scan issue. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Let's do the rouse issue? I think... Oh, fuck. I need to keep going. Why did they tell me to, like, stay to the lights and now the lights don't matter? Dude, this is so dumb. Why did they say that? Like, I don't fucking get it, dude. This is so fucking stupid. Like, I feel like saying that the lights are the only things that mattered, like, stay by the lights, it'll keep you safe, only mattered for about 30 seconds at the beginning of that, and it just didn't for the rest. And it's really lame. Like, I don't know why they would tell you that if it was only true for like 30 seconds. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. Because now it's just run. Now it's like, don't give a shit about the lights. Just run. Okay. Sorry, I'll just hold W. My bad. I think that's one of the things that really annoys me about the gameplay in this game. It feels like so much of the game is just kind of like, go here, press this. And a lot of the monsters, like, just kind of like do whatever the fuck they want, and they just don't care about any like rules or reasoning. They don't have anything you can do to outsmart them or anything like that. It's just, they just kind of like statically exist, and your interaction with them is like very like limited, and I kind of hate that. I wish there was more interaction with like the creatures in this game. I mean, even Amnesia did a better job at that. Like, you could lead monsters different directions so you could sneak around them. And you had some level of control over how intense the situations were because of the whole sanity mechanic. This game just doesn't have that. The monsters just kind of statically exist, and you just gotta like just, you know, deal, you know.
This has to be Phi, right? Hope the Ark made it here in one piece.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, yeah.
Chris, what the hell happened to your arm?
It's complicated. I just need to know one thing.
Oh my God.
I'll have both my arms in the Ark, right?
Yes, of course. Are you okay, though? Can you do stuff?
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kind of lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should be around somewhere.
That's great. Let's go get it. All right. Phi is up and running.
A satellite is loaded into a shell. The shell is accelerated by electromagnets along the barrel.
It gets confusing sometimes. I wish it was just an interactive movie. Like, Layers of Fear is like that, and Layers of Fear is great. Like, if you're gonna have it to where I can't really interact with, like, the game that much, that's fine, but just, like, commit, you know?
Onboard thrusters settle the satellite into an orbit.
Wait, that's it. Okay. But yeah, like, Layers of Fear is like that. Layers of Fear is all story and all writing and, like, no gameplay. You're just kind of, like, walking around and experiencing the story. This game's trying to, like, do both at the same time, where it's like you're just supposed to just walk around and experience the story, which is apex, which is, like, literally the best writing I've seen in, like, a horror game. But, like, it's also, like, taking breaks to become Amnesia, and in, like, not even a good version of Amnesia. So it's just, like, it's weird, you know?
Did you find out what happened to the Ark team?
Not really. For some reason, they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
You didn't say there's intense gameplay? Yeah, because like until I like how I'm clawing, I'm climbing slowly because of my hand. But yeah, until Dawn wanted to just tell the story and just have you kind of like change the story as you went and not really care too much about like, you know, anything else.
This feels like the longest day of my life. Has it just been one day?
I have no idea. Our time together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
What time is it then? What day?
It's May 11th, 2104, 3:30 a.m., but I don't remember when we started.
I think I found the assembly space.
What do you see?
It's like a huge open shell, a bullet ready to be loaded.
That's great. All prepared for the Ark.
Right. I'll go pick it up.
But yeah, this game, I don't think that, like, I don't know. Besides just making it a game, I don't see the reason why they had, like, the other stuff, you know? But we can talk about it at the end. We can talk about that at the end. We can talk about that at the end. Because we're playing till we beat it tonight, so. Yeah. Finally, one of these things. Because I was like, man, I'm not... The chromatic aberration and the limp is kind of making me woozy. So let's not. So if I killed the WoW, why is this still here? That doesn't make much sense to me. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see. Aha. Oh, I see. Okay.
Here it is. We got the Ark back.
Good job, Simon. Take it to the assembly space and load the bullet.
Somehow I don't think it'll be that easy. Although I hope it is. And then I go put that thing back in the thing to give the place power. Right? There's a body? Yeah, there's a homie. Oh, if you met for the thing. I was like, I seen the body.
We keep it down here. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? Eternity among the stars, remember?
The people inside the Ark won't know the difference. We can just keep it down here, and we don't have to risk the Ark being shot through 5,000 meters of broken barrel, and then push through another 100,000 meters of a dust-filled atmosphere.
Will the casing stand all that pressure?
Well, the odds aren't great.
Catherine, say something.
I don't care what you think. I'm launching it.
No need to be like that. Let's just hang on to it for a while and think about it. We can launch it later.
No, that wasn't the deal. We made it to save them, to launch it. Out there, it's hope. Down here, it's a fucking terrarium waiting to die with the rest of us.
Come on, Catherine. It's not asking much. Let's just think about it before we risk the only hope humanity has to survive this hell.
No, we launch it today. This is my project, my Ark.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that. Don't you get it? It's not for you to decide. We're talking about the fate of mankind.
Get away from the Ark. I'm taking it.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna let you ruin this.
Stop it!
Guys, calm down.
Get away from me! No!
What the fuck did you do?
It was an accident.
Catherine, talk to me. Catherine.
So they...
God. Catherine.
Did you say something?
It's you. You had an accident.
What do you... Oh. You mean Catherine. Don't worry, it's better this way.
Okay, we don't need to hear it again. So they were like, I don't know, we're not fully sure that the process will work. So they were like, let's hold on and think about it. And she was like, no, it goes now. And then I guess they scuffled and she hit her head.
You got into a fight with your colleagues. They didn't want to risk launching the Ark. Thought it might not make it through the atmosphere.
They killed me?
I'm sure it was an accident. They were just trying to stop you from launching.
Okay. What am I supposed to be doing here to launch this? Oh, there's the thing right there. Okay, I see.
How could they kill me?
Catherine.
I know I'm not an easy person to like. I just thought they trusted me.
Come on, don't do this to yourself.
Did you have friends in Toronto, Simon? Real friends?
Is that it?
I'm really not that familiar with guns of any size.
Oh.
Here we go.
There was like an ambient conversation starting that I interrupted. Oops. I wanted to hear that. I'm sad.
Do you think the Ark will make it through the atmosphere and into space?
It almost doesn't matter anymore. We just need to try. If we burn, we burn. If we're lucky, we just gave humanity a new chance, a whole new era. With the Ark on Earth, maybe we have a few decades of power to keep it running. In space, we have thousands of years.
Still, one hell of a gamble, though.
This was never about certainty. It's about hope.
Okay. Now what do we do? That's so sad to see his little nub. Poor guy.
You know, I woke up in my bed today. It just happens to have happened 100 years ago.
Sounds like
now
a
what?
Now we just need to get the
I
show
hate
into
that.
the gun and then kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something? How are you gonna get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Oh, don't you worry. You don't operate something like the Omega space gun with your bare hands.
You mean, it's a pilot seat? Like back at Omicron?
Yes, and we can use it to transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that.
You've lied about this
Now,
before.
Take the Omnitool and plug it in next to the seat and I'll guide you through the final steps.
You've lied about this. You've lied about this before. Why is he trusting you? At a certain point, it just makes Simon look like an idiot, you know? She said that's how it worked before she cloned you last time. And it still didn't matter, you know? He's a little stupid, yeah. Like, she's wrong for lying to him, but he's dumb for, like, believing her after he's been lied to multiple times by her. Okay, I was about to say hello. Big gun. Big gun.
I'll never get used to that.
Big gun go pee pee.
Not after this is over.
Right. Have a seat. Comfortable?
As good as it's gonna get.
Okay, I'll activate the seat. You should be able to use the machines to load the bullet you assembled.
Wow, this is neat.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this one. But
Underwater keyboard. Wow,
it's easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Whoa. Whoa. Have a seat, or like Chris Hansen. Have a seat over there. Wait. Okay, zoom. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
But we need to transfer our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
Don't mention it.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6,
It's a clone anyway, it doesn't matter.
4,
It's not you. You don't get to enjoy shit.
2,
Nope. You didn't. You're not paying attention, dude. You're a clone. You're a fucking... You're an idiot, dude.
Still here.
Yeah, you know how this works.
I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there.
She lied
Among the
again.
stars.
She's a piece
We're
of shit,
here.
dude.
No. We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss. We both did. Just like Simon at Omicron. Just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us.
Finally, he gets it. He finally gets it.
Sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands
She didn't lie, Simon, just stupid. No, she did lie, Toto. That's copium. She straight up lied to him. She said, and I quote, I tied it to one button and we're gonna be up there. She lied again. I know you agree with her, but that's copium to say she didn't lie.
We are on the Ark, you idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance.
Yeah, but when you lie to him, yes. When you lie to him, yes, you are responsible. 100%.
Please don't leave me alone. Catherine? Catherine?
When you do lie to people and manipulate them to get what you want, you are responsible for their actions. You are 100% responsible for their actions. If you lie to people to get what you want, and it's not their fault to be a better fucking victim. It does not fucking work that way. It does not. To him dead serious, it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility to be a better victim for someone else. It's really not. You are not responsible to be a better victim. Because somebody is manipulating you and treating you like shit, it's not your responsibility to react in a perfect way and blame that person for it. And that's what she's doing to him. She's like, oh, well, I told you 15 times. And like, yeah, he's not getting it. But like, that's not up to him. That's not up to him to be a good victim. That's not up to him to be a good victim. That's just not how this works. And that's not how shit works in real life either. It just doesn't. She really is the villain at the end of all this. She really is. Like, that's crazy. Like, she lies and kills and destroys to get what she wants. And at the end of it, it's just a bunch of copies on a computer floating in space. Like, it's like, that's it. You know? That's it. That's what all that was for. That's crazy. At that point, yeah, like, she's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, there's just so many, like, there's just so much wrong with, like, everything that happened on all sides there. And that's just so crazy to me. Like, it really is, like, almost so, it's like, in a sense that makes it the most human thing of all. It's just like, she's so, like, she's ignorant too. Like, she doesn't get it either. Like, she doesn't get that, like all of this is futile, right? Like, you could have, like I get it, it's not normal, right? Like, it's not quote-unquote normal, you know, like, oh, now we're all in robots, right? But, like, that was, like, that is, like, that's still an existence that matters, you know? That's still an existence that matters. And she didn't see it that way, and she was just, like, destroying the last remnants of certain people, certain individuals to ever exist for such a long time, you know? To get what she wanted, to get her thing. Oh, hello? Oh, haha, we get to see. Yep.
Whoa. Is this... Did it work?
Yes, cloning. Yep. Wow. I'm so mad I can't enjoy what's happening. Oh, it's a survey again. Yeah. I feel normal, I feel invigorated. I don't feel like a visitor inside another body because I'm not in something anymore. I don't feel like I'm a real person anymore. Like, maybe I'm just like a concept. Medical condition. I would say disconnected. Sure. Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that all of it is fake. Yeah, that's literally what I'm feeling right now. Just look at all this. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like, I'm just a copy in a simulation, so why does it matter? Somewhat. I think that's what I answered last time, too. A complete do-over, yeah. Yeah, find a new meaning. Yeah, let's think on that one. Let's not be hasty with that one. Yeah. Because, like, it's all fake, right? Like, I am aware that I am just floating in space. And then we're just in essentially what is, like, a computer game. You know? I mean, you're fucked now. You just gotta live with that. You might as well make the best of it, I suppose, but, you know. You gotta live with the guilt of what you did to Simon 1 and Simon 2.
Catherine!
That is pretty up there.
I can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
Wow. VR chat for thousands of years? That's kind of what it is if you really think about it. Or it kind of is just VR chat run by AI. Like, honestly, yes. That's the future of humanity right there. Oh, they're named Noah? Kappa. Everything's got to be biblical. That's how you know it's deep. Let's just hope that doesn't run into an asteroid belt or something. Let's just hope it doesn't, like, run into a moon or an asteroid belt or something. Let's hope that doesn't happen. And it's all over. It was all pointless again. That'd just be the end of it all over again. Or get stuck in orbit, yeah. Just go straight to the sun, oh no. The end. Got a little achievement down there, so the end. Oh, now it's her. Ooh, I get to talk about the game. I get to talk about the game. Alright. Hold on. I can do the same names. Okay. Alright. This game's really interesting. This game's really, really cool. Hold on. Is this actually, like, music from the game? Because if it's not, then maybe we could, yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's do SOMA OST. SOMA OST. We'll just listen to the soundtrack. There we go. Okay. I think this game is, like, really, really cool. Like, really, really cool. I think it has the best... I still test this. I think this has the best writing of, like, any horror game that I've ever played. Just because of, like, the complex questions and feelings it makes you have towards things. I think that's, like, super cool. And I think that's why it's, like... That's why, like, I think this game should, like, not be forgotten. I feel like we should remember this game for, like, we look back and go, yeah, SOMA was important to, like, horror games as a whole. Just like Amnesia was important to horror games as a whole. But for, like, different reasons, you know? So, yeah, and this is the game they wanted to make, right? This is their dream game. Frictional Games wanted to make this game. They made Amnesia, but they like, this is, like, SOMA has always been their dream game. Like, if we had enough money, we would make this. And they did, after they got enough money for making Amnesia. So they obviously put a ton of effort in the game, and it really, really shows. And the writing quality is just, like, through the roof. The story, the characters, like, I could be mad at Catherine all I want, but, like, the fact that she is such, like, the fact that she elicits such a response from me is just a testament to how well written her character is. Like, she's so caught up in her self-righteousness and what she believes to be the best thing for humanity that she's not willing to analyze how it's not the best thing for humanity. She's not willing to analyze if she's wrong. She's not willing, like, we even see that in, she dies because she's not willing to accept that maybe the probe won't make it, right? Like, maybe, like it's not, like, there was not 100% chance or even a high chance that wasn't going to burn up in the atmosphere, and that's what everybody was worried about. And she selfishly tries to, like, wrestle it away from everybody and run away with it, which ultimately results in her death. Like, she literally dies because of her self-righteousness. And because she wants to call, like, we want to, like, shit on Simon. Simon's literally a dude, like, that's, like, working down at the local McDonald's. Like, I walked by Simon today when I went to Kroger and bought my fucking groceries. He's not a scientist. He's not prepared for this. She is. She should fucking know better, and she doesn't. And she is one of the most ignorant characters in this game. And that's funny because of, like, the juxtaposition to Simon, who's more, like, typically ignorant, like, literally, like, he's literally somebody out of time. He's literally from the past and in the future. He doesn't understand how any of this works. And having it explained to him multiple times, it's still breaking his brain and he can't get it. Like, she, more than anybody, refuses to analyze her own thoughts and feelings and if what she's doing is correct. She so, like, even to the point of, like, so the copies inside of the Ark, she thinks those are the highest form of existence. Like, those are true humans that deserve to be treated with respect in life. But when they're in the robots, they're subhuman to her, even though they're the same. They're literally the same. It's the same brain scan. It's the same brain scan. It's just been copy pasted, but it's the same brain scan. Why is the brain scan in the Ark real human, brain scan inside a robot subhuman? They're both humans. You don't think it's things that they're higher beings? Well, the point is, like, she's treating them that way. It doesn't matter if she like truly thinks that. It's like she's treating them that way. She can kill, destroy, and cause pain and death to all of these other brain scans that are in other things. But when they're in the Ark, they're like the Holy Grail, right? With a chance of persisting? That's not true at all. But, like, that's not true at all. That's not even remotely true. What do you do with a chance of persisting? Simon's literally the original Simon that we meet in the game is literally a water dive suit who doesn't have to eat, doesn't have to sleep, doesn't have to drink. He can persist all he wants. Hey, Faith. No, you're fine. You don't have to apologize. It's fine. Hopefully you're doing well today, friend. Also, hello, Father. On the game, but the brain scans were stolen by the WoW and perverted into the robot. She had nothing to do with them getting in the robots. But, like, what? But, like, I'm not even saying that, like, she's at fault for putting them in the robots. I'm saying that their lives matter. I'm not saying that she's the one that put them in the robots. I'm not accusing her of doing that. I'm just saying that those lives matter because they're inside. Just because they're inside a robot doesn't mean they don't exist. Those things, power, don't last forever. Was that ever explained? Was that ever explained that these robots, like, aren't fully functioning and can't exist forever? Because like, if that's not explained, then that's just a conjecture thing. That's just a conjecture thing. Did you already beat the game? Yeah. I played it last week though, so there's like 6 hours that week and 3.5 hours this week. But hey, Brand 2. Die because you flipped a switch, but that's because you flipped a switch. That's like different. That's like if you got, like, shot or something or hit by a car. Like that's just the physical vessel passing away, which is possible to anything. Like that, like when they're on the fucking Ark, they can still be hit by a fucking asteroid belt, you know? Like there's no difference between those two. Did you win the SOMA tournament or whatever? We beat the game, and there's only one ending, so, you know, we don't have to worry about getting good at anything or anything. Electric sheep. But, like, she goes through and just, like, murders all of them because she didn't create those. She doesn't give a shit about those. Well, the ocean will have infinite power, but, like, having them up in a space, like in a space station that could be, like, thrown out of orbit, go into the sun, hit an asteroid, hit a moon, like, that's not good either. Like, you're saying potato. You're like it's the pot calling the kettle black. You're like, oh, down at bottom of the ocean, bad, but up in space where there's also a lot of dangerous stuff that can happen, oh, well, that's okay. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's like you're just picking, like, between one and the other. I'm saying that a life as a robot is not inferior to the life of somebody in a fucking spaceship, in a simulation, which is what she seems to treat it as, whether she's aware of it or not, or she sees it that way or not. Like, that was a life of a person that she just, like, and it can't be corrupted out, but it can also run into other things. And if, like, that's just like you're saying, like, you're trying to, like, control. It sounds like you're arguing more for it seems like you like the Ark better because it's in a sense, eternal life or close to it, and not an actual like life. You're not concerned with if the life matters. You're concerned if that life is infinite or perfect, which is like the same pitfalls that Catherine is falling into. She thinks like a life lived has to be a good life lived, or else it's not worthwhile. And that's why she uses everything around her to her, like literally killing people off, like people. She's killing people off to her benefit, to her advantage. And that's dark. That's why I think she is not a good person. She has good intentions. Yeah, there's no happiness without pain, exactly. Like, I feel like this same logic, I think this is like such crazy logic, because we're talking about this in 2022. Is like, I don't know. It's like if you found like a group of this is gonna get big, like big brain talk, and I'm sorry. But like, as a history teacher, I find this so fascinating, because this is why we have conquested and colonialized and murdered so many people in history. Because we look at the way that like a tribe of people that it doesn't have technology is living, and we go, that looks miserable to you. That looks like you have to adapt all the time. That looks miserable. So we take over and we kill a lot of people in the process of taking over, so we can give them a better life. Because what we think we're doing is the right thing. Because they deserve a better life. We want their resources too, but you know, it's also for like, oh, we need to civilize them. They deserve better. But like the way they go about things, the way they do things, just because it's different than you, because they have to adapt to different challenges than you, does not mean their lives are any less worthwhile. Like that's I think that just shows something human in us. Heather and I were actually talking about this today before I played the game, which is really funny. It's like a lot of human history is conquest, and that's not something to be proud or happy about. And like domineering other people's existences because we don't understand them, and crafting them to a way that we want in our own brains to be like a good way of living. And that's not a good thing. That's not a thing that we are proud of in our history, you know. Everyone happy is a trope that I'm seeing explored a lot more in the media. It's ideas always expensive, doing difficult and rewarding. Yeah, exactly. And that's why like Catherine kills a lot of people to get the Ark up into space. She kills a lot of people. She ends a lot of people's existence and uses Simon to do it. And that's like, I don't know. Like Catherine went on a mission to murder people. She did though. Like, it doesn't matter her intentions. She did those things. You know? Like, she did those things. Like, you're trying to justify, like, you're saying, well, the ends justify the means. Individual lives don't matter if the ends justify the means. That's how these world wars happened in our real life history. They said, for the betterment of my people in my country, I am going to end the lives of other people. Because that is triviality compared to the lives of the people in my country succeeding and being the best they can be. This is the same evil pitfall that humans fall into over and over and over again. And like the fact that that's not a universal idea that we mutually all understand now is like disturbing to me. But I guess it's not surprising, because that's why it keeps happening, right? It's all purpose, but like that's like copium. Like, what do you like? Nobody has said that it was like at any point like it was her sole intention to murder people. But irregardless, she does murder people to get what she wants. The person now, like literally, okay, like that's what we've been explaining the whole game, is that we're copying people. We're copying people and putting them in like their existence. We're taking one version of the person and we're copying them, and now they're a new person. They're essentially a clone. Like, you're still responsible for that. That is still an individual that exists and has its own thoughts and feelings and has its own right to existence. It's something that I firmly believe in, but I also know nothing about this game, so I may not apply here. Yeah, but like murder is like murdering people. So like copies of them can shoot out into space, which is just also risky. That's not worth it. But like the fact that the game even like is presenting this argument and like it's like people have different takes on it, is why it's such a masterfully crafted game. That's what they wanted, yes, but they were also, a lot of them were also under the impression, like Simon, that they would transfer over, which is why many of them ended their own lives, because they thought it would be a transfer. Like they would die and they'd wake up in the Ark, which is not true. Which is once again Catherine being misleading, which is not good. They were just even, yeah, that's what I was just talking about. One of that, like a lot of them were under the impression that, you know, they would just like, you know, wake up in the Ark, and there would be like a continued existence and not just like a copy. Human species saving situation, yeah, that's it. Around the world, aid others, dig wells, provide food, military. The underlying. You think it's for the betterment? Yeah. And I think that's like. I think that's. Why do I have to? I think that's a weird thing. Why do I have to argue that like killing people bad? like why is that something I have to argue? Why is killing people who don't want to die is bad? Like it's just like is that, why is that a weird thing? Some of them did, yeah, but some others were not aware that that was the situation as well. Some people got it, some people didn't. That's a crazy thing. You still down there in C place? Yeah, he thinks he made it, and Catherine's not going to tell him either. I guarantee Catherine's shown she's pathologically going to lie whenever it benefits her, like at any given point. Like if she deems it, or if she believes she's the morally correct person, like she has the morally correct idea, she will lie and do anything to get her way. That is a scary human being. That is literally like the kind of like egocentrism that is like found in the world's most scariest dictators. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like trust me, I have taught world history for a very long time. Like this is like literally that is part of their personalities. Is that they're like that feeling of like, yeah, well, I have the right idea about what's right for not only me but people in the world and people I care about. I'm going to do anything to achieve it, including the most evil of things possible. Which is why I think she's such an interesting character. Down there, yeah, both of them are, which is the funny thing. Both of them are. Both the original one we played as, and then the second one when we got into the bigger suit. So they're still down there. But I don't know. It's the fact that the game even like makes us think about this stuff is just like wild, right? Like the fact that we're even like debating this sort of stuff is really, really cool. And like I think that's like a testament to how amazing and incredible the writing and construction of this game is, you know. And I think that's why it's such an incredible experience. And even outside of just like the philosophical stuff, like it's like the environment, and if it really gives you that feeling of isolation, like yeah, everything did end and everything is terrible, you know. It's very dreary, very like, even though it's futuristic, it's like falling apart at the same time, which kind of like amps up, like even if you're not understanding the stakes from what the characters are telling you or in the logs you're reading, like the environment kind of like echoes that at the same time, which is why I'm glad, because like there was like a I was talking about this earlier, there's like a 2012 build of the game that's actually like, it just like has like H.R. Geiger walls everywhere, like just kind of like that organic piping everywhere, right? And it just like it was cool design, but it didn't fit like the plot and the emotions and the feel of the story. So I like that they went like, they just kind of left the like kind of like organic corruption to the WoW and the WoW's design in the areas where the WoW exists, and like made the rest of it just kind of like futuristic but decaying, so it like enhances those feelings, I think. Like a malicious villain, but like that doesn't, like, I understand what you're saying, but I guess I just have a different perspective as somebody, you know, who like you know, got my degree in social studies and taught history for 5 years. Is that like, yeah, like what my father said, like some of the most evil men in history did not think they were malicious. Like their intentions were not malicious. You could say the same thing about those people. As a matter of fact, those people were like that, right? You know? Simon's an evil, not but no, listen, Atoto. Like, I need you to understand this. I really need you to understand this. Like, he is a coffee shop or bookshop. He is a bookshop worker from 100 years ago, being thrust into the future, and he literally his brain is literally damaged. His brain is literally damaged, which is why he was getting the scans in the first place. Because he was already being very disoriented and experiencing a lot of pain and symptoms with that. So you take that guy, you thrust him into the future, and now he has to explain this experience and understand this concept idea of like copying and cloning people. And meanwhile, the only person who has a frame of reference of how this works is lying to you nonstop at every juncture, gaslighting you, lying to you, and manipulating you, forcing you to kill people. I don't think that's fair to him. Like, I know from our perspective as people playing the game, it's like, yeah, well, stupid, she's already told you that, right? But like, if you in his experience in that situation, realistically, like he's being deceived on top of having to adjust to being thrust into the future out of nowhere and like deal with all these complex thoughts. He's just a bookstore worker, dude. He's a normal person. That's on you, but okay, so like, I think that's unfair to him, and maybe we just have to agree to disagree with that. I think that's really unfair, and I think that's cruel to him. Like, I think that's a perspective that we hold because we're not in the situation and we're not in the game. So I would have brain damage. Yes, that's why he had his brain scanned to begin with, because he had brain damage that would not heal and it was terminal. So it was last ditch effort to like, hey, I'll take part of this experimental brain scan technology and see if like maybe like they can use that for good, right? And like that's like, I don't know. I was just supposed to, okay, so Atoto, the problem is not that like she doesn't explain it right. It's that she knows that he doesn't get it and she takes advantage of it and multiple times lies to him that it's going to be okay. Like, you're making it all about the victim didn't react the right way. Catherine was openly and admits to it multiple times, manipulating and lying to Simon to get her way, and you're saying the victim didn't react the right way. The victim didn't react a perfect way, so therefore it's his fault. And it's like, that's just not I don't know. She knows she's in the power role here because she has he's experiencing culture shock. He doesn't know what's going on, and she takes advantage of that to her benefit. So I don't think it's fair to like look at Simon and be like, oh, well, idiot, you should have known better, when he's literally being gaslit and manipulated by this woman who is his only frame of reference into this world. You know? The androids deserve to live? Yeah, like literally. And that's why I think this game's so cool. She openly explains to him, but then she goes back on it multiple times. Like, I know she explains it to him, like, oh, hey, you know, it's a copy. But then she's like, oh, no. You'll actually go over this time. I am the expert here. I know you will be directly transferred to this suit. Wrong. And then she lies again when it comes to the art. She's like, no, this time it's going to be okay. I have it figured out. She lies to him again, right? And she continues to lie to him like, oh, well, this time it's going to be okay, right? Like, she manipulates and gaslights him. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Heather, is like, don't remember saying that she literally did. Go watch the VOD. She says it both times. She literally says that. That is factually not true. Factually not true. She says it both times that it's going to be a transfer. Factually. He even asked for clarification on one of them, where it's like, just like waking up in the chair, and she just says yes. Transfer into copy? Yes, and that is manipulation. That is manipulation. But like, do you understand? Like, this is real. Okay, I need to talk about this too. I need to talk about this too. One of the ways that like you take advantage of someone, especially somebody who's having like culture shock like him, is you use language that's confusing. Like, you use language that's confusing and out there because he's not an expert and he doesn't have any field of reference or view for this. So he can't, like the difference between transfer and copy to him, he doesn't know how all this technology stuff works. He works in a bookshop. Like, he has a laptop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know how this futuristic technology works, so he doesn't know what terms she's using. And she's taking advantage of that. Like, I don't understand how that's hard to see. I think you're being way too rough on him. Happen like 30 times? What do you mean you saw it happen like 30 times? It's admitting the full scope of what's going on in order to get him to go forward with her goal. Yeah, exactly. She's using well, this is the term. Trust me. I'm going to use this term, this word, and it's going to be okay. And just like omitting the truth so she can move forward with everything. And it's just I don't know. Change the definition of word term of social manipulation? Yes. Yes, literally, and that's what she does. What does he happen to him? She understand when he got copied over from the diving suit to the high pressure suit, and it was just a copy. But that's what I'm saying, Toto, is like, she does it when she's about to shoot the arc up into space. He tries to get clarification from her that will it be a transfer this time, and she tells him it will be. You know? Like, literally, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, yes, if they were equals in this situation, like Simon was also a scientist and not somebody pulled out of his time 100 years into the future, like, I would agree with you. But, like, he's just a bookshop kid trying to pay his fucking bills. And you're like, man, he doesn't understand the complexities of copying somebody over to someone else. He's being manipulated by somebody who is probably one of the smartest people on the planet. No joke with everybody else being dead. But literally one of the smartest people on the planet to be able to brain scan somebody in the first place. And the way she manipulates him and holding him completely accountable for the way he's being manipulated. Like, I can't agree with that. And maybe that's where we just need to not agree with that. But I think that, like, as the person in the position of power, she takes advantage of it, and it's not up to Simon to be the perfect victim. Like, that's not how that works, and that's not how it works in any human being situation. Like, it's not up to you to be a perfect victim if you're being gaslit, lied to, and manipulated. Like, that's not up to you. That's not how that works. If you get victimized by something, you can't be told just be a better victim, stupid. That's just, I don't know. That's just not it for me. I don't think that's a morally correct stance, but we can agree to disagree. But, like, that's what I'm saying, Heather, is, like, she knows that's his hope, and that's what she's manipulating. That hope. That culture shock, that confusion. She's manipulating those feelings of, I just want things to be fucking okay because this is confusing and overwhelming, to get what she wants. That's why he's gullible. He's not gullible because he's stupid. It's because he's being manipulated, and he's, like crestfallen to see all this, to be just overwhelmed with all this. Like, maybe he's an idiot in the sense that he is just a normal guy who just works at a bookshop in 2014. Like, that is an average person. She is way smarter than that, and he is being, like, essentially nerfed, right? He's being nerfed by culture shock, by not understanding how any of this stuff works in the future. He's getting nerfs on top of being an average person. So yeah, he may be, quote unquote, an idiot, but, like, he's just a man out of time. He doesn't know what's going on. I don't know. She doesn't hide the information? Yes, she does. She hides it for multiple times. Like I said, we gotta agree to disagree, because, like, at this point, you're stepping over facts in the story to support your point of view. She literally multiple times hides it from him. She hides it from him the first time the copy happens, and then she lies that it's going to be fine the second time. Like, she has altered something or done something different that will make him get on the arc that time. Like, she literally hides that from him twice. Twice. 2130, yeah, he wakes up out of nowhere. Telling me he's a fucking idiot? Okay, we'll have to agree to disagree on that. this sounds like very victim blamey, and that's just not what I'm about as a person. Like, I think it's very plausible that somebody who gets flung 100 years into the future and doesn't understand how any of this complex sciences work. Like, if you threw me in the middle of like a chemistry lab in like now in 2022, and they said this is how certain alchemical properties work, and you need to understand this, I would be confused. And I have a college education. Like, I have a degree, but it's in social studies. But I'm a college educated person. I would be confused the fuck about what they're talking about. Like you're putting out a bookshop boy to like understand the complexities of copying a brainstem, which is a science that doesn't even like remotely exist right now. You know? Like, that's just I don't know. I feel like that's just like I feel like that's a perspective that exists because we're watching it happen in a game, and if we were in that situation, we would have those same vulnerabilities. And I'll just leave it at that, because I don't think we're going to be able to convince each other of that. But the fact that we're even having that intense of a conversation about a game is fucking phenomenal. Like, that stands to the testament why this game is incredible. And why the game really is incredible. From the music, the sound design, the level design, everything. Like, it's just cool. And the complexities that it presents as a game is incredible. Very, very good. Very, very great. It does have some minor negatives, though. And I will talk about those. It does have some minor negatives. The gameplay, I wouldn't say it sucks, but it's just kind of like... It's like it takes breaks to become Amnesia. And not even like a good version of Amnesia. And it's really weird. Right? Because, like... Amnesia is like a, you know, kind of a stealth survival game inside of a dark, dreary castle against monsters with insanity. And, like, I think that works a lot better as a game format for that series. But they kind of just, like, take that format, pick it up, and drop it into the middle of SOMA. And I don't think it fits the incredible story and writing and characters that exist inside this game. Because, like, I get that the WoW is a very, very interesting... Like I say, the WoW has a great story, like, service. Like, the WoW doesn't exist just to create monsters. The WoW is like the foil to Catherine, because Catherine looks at the WoW and says, you're shitty and you're dumb. But she's doing the same thing, so it's kind of like pot in the kettle, but they don't understand that they're pot in the kettle, which is, like, very, very intriguing. So the WoW doesn't exist solely to create the monsters. It's just like, it's to show the dichotomy between the two of them and how those things are just weird, you know? Like, that she doesn't understand that she's doing some of the things to the WoW, but she has a self-righteous attitude about it, so she doesn't understand. She's literally forced to look at what she's doing multiple times with the way the WoW does it, but because the way the WoW does things is so much more outwardly violent and scary that it's perceived as evil when she is not, right? So the WoW isn't there just for a gameplay function, but it does create monsters kind of for the sake of having an indie horror game. And the monsters in this game, like, are cool in their design, but they're unresponsive. There are so many times the game will straight up look you in the eye and say, this monster works this way. There was a monster that can only, like, they told us before we entered the room, this monster can't see. It can only hear. I walked in, I crouched walk in the room, it's walking around, it's like, because like, I'm not making a whole lot of noise. I pick up a wrench and I throw it across the room. And I do mean across the room. Like, I throw it, like, to the other end of the hallway, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, because it'll hear the wrench, and it'll go after the wrench, and then I could walk through this hallway. For some reason, it pathed to where it came from. It came back to me. Like, it didn't go to where the wrench went. It came to me, who threw it. And it didn't hit the wall. It didn't clip the wall. It was a clear shot. It just went through the air. So unless I could hear the vibrations in the fucking air, how did it track back to me? And like, there were so many times like that where it'd be like, okay, these are the rules. These are the rules of this monster. This is how you avoid this monster. And it would tell you in, like, data logs, or a character would tell you in a voice log, this is how you avoid this monster. And it just kind of wouldn't matter, right? It just kind of wouldn't matter. So the monsters kind of end up being these kind of, like, just static obstacles. They feel more like the killer I wasn't supposed to look at. Yeah, and then he came after me anyway, even though I wasn't doing that. Yeah, I do remember that. But like they kind of serve as just like they're no different than like walking by a wall or not being able to pass through a wall or this door is locked, right? Like they become part of the scenery when you can't interact with them, right? And I think that's like a shame. Like, I don't know. Like when your monsters that you're supposed to be like playing with don't really react to you other than just, do I want to kill you right now or not? It gets really boring. And I think that's where this game suffers the most is that like, and I was saying this throughout the game, is like, this game would have been a great walking simulator. And I guess just because like of the way they make games or like the decision making that went into it, or what they're familiar with from when they made Amnesia, they kind of just went with the same gameplay formula they did with Amnesia, and I don't think it fits the game at all. Like, this game really could have been a walking simulator, and it would have been just fine. Or make it like, not like on Until Dawn where it has like the prompts and stuff, but make it more like a decision game where there's multiple endings, and it's more based on you like going through and making different decisions that affect the ending. Like that sort of thing, like it affects different paths, like you know, deciding to mercy kill Linda at the end actually matters or something like that, and that was the feeling. To have the weird like spliced in Amnesia gameplay and these just like weird sections, because I'm thinking right now, I'm like I remember thinking like the first 4 thing, I'm like, is this ARC stuff even worth it? Like, is this ARC stuff even like a thing, you know? Like, I'm thinking about that, but then I'm having to worry about a monster, and I'm just like, and the monster's not even responding to like any external stimuli, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, like I want to think about the big thoughts that this game is giving me, but I'm worrying about like why the AI of this monster is weird and not really responding to things I'm doing instead, and it's just like, I don't know. I thought that was a really weak point of the game. Yeah, and also that Ototo, like there are times where the game will just kind of like throw you in the middle of like a big map and just go, figure it out, forehead. And it's usually not like Catherine will be like, go touch the doohickey, and it's like a map that's like the size of a football field, and like the doohickey is like an inch round button on a building, and like 8 of the other buildings don't matter. They just provide like 1 page of lore, and there's that one 8-inch button somewhere. Just like in this giant football field that you gotta walk around and find, and you walk past it 5 times because most of the maps are like dingy and gross and overgrown, and like a little button can blend in really well on a map that's like basically like gross and hard to see on. Like, and I just hated that. It felt like I was in a scavenger hunt sometimes, and it really broke up the pacing really badly. When I'd just be like, okay, where's the stupid tiny button, like somewhere in this giant like playground, this big sandbox. Yeah, the sandbox over the plot threads, yeah. Lever shiny or something, yeah. And that's why they do that. That's why that game is really good, why Bioshock's really good, because like that's good game design to have that thing be shiny, because you can make your level design really, really dark and creepy and dingy, and I think that fits this game really, really well. But like when it starts obscuring the way you progress, like you need to do something to make that like to streamline that. But that's kind of like the one and only gripe I have with this game is like the gameplay does not enhance the story at all. It is okay at best and sometimes hinders the story. And the story is like one of the best of like any horror game I've ever played. So I feel like if they had gameplay that like more fit, and if it didn't fit, just get it out of the way. Just don't put it in. Like, this would have literally been, like, a perfect game. And I do mean that. It literally would have been a literally, like, perfect. Like, capital P perfect. Like, literally, like, this would be, like, something I would recommend to literally every single person. It would be one of my favorite games of all time. But, like, literally, it's not fun to play, but it's fun to experience. I think that's the big thing. It's fun to play. It's not fun to play. It's fun to experience. It's a great experience. It's not fun to play. Like, and I think that's like, I don't know. I think that's the one thing that holds it back from being like a true 10 out of 10 perfect game forever, is that like, I don't know, the gameplay was, I liked the the runny dude, Acres people, like Acres servants, where I had to like shut the doors, try to like lock them in places so I could like walk around. I thought that was good. That was neat. But like that's like the only time I remember the gameplay with like the monster sections being even remotely fun. And I don't remember even remotely enjoying any of like the free walking sections, like the big sandbox sections where you're supposed to just like, you know, solve a puzzle, touch a door, you know, touch this button so you can open this thing, you know, like that's like the only time I like actually like enjoyed like the gameplay was when I was like trying to lock that monster in a room so I could get by it because it was just like way too fast and way too strong, you know. More responsive, yeah, like it feels like they just like didn't care that I was around most of the time unless it was time to kill me. Like it was literally like they felt like they were just part of the scenery, and that was just like really disappointing. Oregon story plot, yeah. And you know, they're not like a big AAA company, so like maybe that's just like what had to be on the cutting room floor, I guess, you know. Or you know. And like that was like their fourth or fifth game, right? So maybe there just wasn't like, I don't know. Maybe that's like, I don't know. Maybe that's like, you know, the what ended up on the cutting room floor, you know. Let me see. What frictional games? Because that was something that they just like weren't the best at yet. Because they like having that being the fifth game and you're not in like a AAA studio, that's pretty like, you know, you're still like you may have a lot of things down pat, but there's other things you don't. Oh, this was their sixth game because technically a machine for pigs is another thing. Although they didn't develop it, so they only published it. Yeah, Soma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's their fifth game. Fifth game they developed. So maybe they just like maybe that's just the thing that they just weren't good at. Well, it's not that they're not good at it. Like it just like it was great in Amnesia because it fit. It just doesn't fit here. But maybe they won't make that error again in another game, you know? That was good. It was a good game, and I'm glad I could find the ball so I could be devil's advocate. Yeah, you everybody else. It's okay though. That's like the point of the game though, right? Like I can guarantee. Hold on. Was Catherine evil? Somehow? Like I guarantee if I Google this, nobody, like nobody, like not nobody, but there'll be like the opposite. Like there'll be people that agree with you. First message on this Reddit. I found this Reddit post. Things would turn out better if Catherine was honest and Simon was smarter and more intelligent. I don't think Catherine had malicious intents. I think she just made the mistake of assuming Simon had the understanding. Yeah, see, like, okay, other guy. To me, Catherine doesn't say everything, so he doesn't go mad, so he won't be overwhelmed. You know, like there are plenty of people that agree with you. That's why this game's great, because like you can make that. This is in 2021. This post is. Was Catherine lying to Simon, or was she lying to herself as well? Ooh. She was not realizing that Simon was struggling with an existential crisis would latch onto the concept of hope. Yeah, like you have plenty of people that agree with you. It just so happens that like I don't, and a lot of people in here don't. You know, like I just found 3 Reddit posts real quick. Already people that agree with you. You know, so you know, you're not the only one out there, right? It just so happens that like in this space, in this little environment, most of us that think the opposite. You know. Yeah. But that's Soma. I think it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 because the game was, like, the gameplay was boring, but the game was great. But I think it's like if I could give it a 9.9, if that was possible, I would, right? Like, it's just like, literally, if the game was more fun to play, it would have literally been perfect. Like 9.9%, 9.9 out of 10, 99% good game. And it like, if they did like a remaster or like a remake, like 10 years, like 20 years from now, because it's almost 10 years. This game's almost 10 years old. It's 2022 and this came out in 2015. Good Lord. Time is passing too quickly. But like, if they ever do like a remaster or remake and they like make those gameplay sections actually fun and interactive. Like, this literally is a perfect game. Like, literally straight up. It's just fantastic. It's just literally the B's and E's. And a great game all around. Amazing. Yes. Stewie is wrong. I'm not saying the abilities of concepts are 100 years prior. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's interesting to think about. And it's one of those things that's like, unless they ever revisit the story with Soma 2 or a DLC, we'll never know what she was really thinking behind her head. We can make conjecture based off of what we know about her from other characters, from herself, but that's really just conjecture, right? Like, that guy on that Reddit was like, maybe she was like lying to him on purpose because she was trying to protect him. I'm like, you can have that theory, but like, unless you can find it, so like find something even like inclining that she was like motherly or protective or like caring about other people's emotional states, like in the lore somewhere, like you can't really stand on that idea, right? But you know, maybe a DLC will come out, maybe Soma 2 will come out, and like something will be added to Catherine's character that's like, oh well, maybe that was how that was going, you know? Hey Steggy, how's it going? How are you, friend? We just beat Soma, and we were talking about it because it was a very incredible game, you know? So, I don't know. That's kind of where we got to sit, right? And, you know, maybe it's better that way. You know, it's like Michael Myers. It's like he's interesting because we don't know his motive, and he just kind of like is like abhorrently evil for seemingly some mysterious reason. Maybe it's better that we don't know Catherine's intentions, and these discussions are what like enrich the game as an experience. You know, maybe that's like the absence of that true understanding of her motives is what makes these conversations so enriching. How are you? Pretty good. We just beat this game and it's pretty cool. Cause like that's why it was so like sucky about like the Halloween sequels, is they're like, oh well, he's her brother, so therefore it's a family thing. So like that makes me as like little Timmy's no longer scared of Michael Myers because he isn't related to Michael Myers, so he doesn't care, right? As long as he's not near Laurie Strode, he's fine. And then they made it even worse. They're like, oh well, he's trying to kill her because he's part of a cult, and if he kills all his family members, he gets even blah blah blah. He's like, and then it got even worse. Like they just over-explained the character too much, and it just like took away all the things that were like cool about talking about the character, right? Just like with Catherine, it's more interesting that like Atoto saw Catherine is more sympathetic and like idealistic and doing the right thing for the betterment of others and like sacrificing the few, and that's okay. Whereas like, you know, we see her as like a very manipulative person who like does not care about human life and is egotistical and selfish. But like that's like the fact that we won't get a fifth answer means we can just talk about it forever, right? We can just keep talking. We can keep having those discussions. That Reddit post that I found, one of those was in 2021. Like people are still talking about this game today. You know. Across his pad, yeah, he's like more like a force in nature. I've only ever seen the original Halloween. Does that shit really happen in the sequels? Yes, unfortunately so. That's why the new timeline from 2018 onward is like really good because it goes back to that and not the weird stuff. But yeah, question. I think that's gonna be good. I think we can cap off Soma. I think that's good. I think it's a good place to leave. I think we've talked about everything. Would we want to keep stream going? Would we like to play some Phasmadorps or something? Hunt some ghosts? And go for like 2 or 3 more hours? Would that be something you guys would want to see? Or you're like, man, I'm tuckered out. We just played a really, really intense game. Hey, Juggernaut, how's it going? Yeah, some more stream? Okay. I'll probably take a break though. Probably got more water because this is out. But yeah, I'll grab more water, use the restroom, maybe we'll hunt ghosts and keep talking about the game and stuff. Maybe. But yeah. Here's your prank. Order pieces from McDonald's. Let's you putting the last name on something. Do that and have your roommates pick it up. My only roommate. My roommate is Heather. Unless I can do that to my cats. That'd be fun. Fine spines. No breaks or banned. Okay. I'm gonna. I still have this fun drawing up. I'm gonna use the potty. So I will I will be right back. I will use the restroom, grab more water and stuff, and then I will use and we'll hunt some Joes. So yeah, I'll be right back. See you soon.